in Salem, and I was right next to Uno's house.
All right.
Yeah.
Derek, you play chess?
I have in the past when we were in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did they have a club at Salem?
No, Adam and I played for about 2 years.
Do I know Adam?
No, Adam McConnell.
Okay.
He was our age. Is it okay? Would you like to shut this and we'll watch? Because I can't control my tone.
Yeah, it's not completely soundproof.
Okay. Well,
But it's cool.
I'd feel better.
Okay, that's cool,
I'd
man.
feel better if I locked you.
Go ahead and lock me in my booth. Accidental promotion for soundproof chess training phone booths / noise canceling office furniture from Steelcase. I just got off work and my cousin called me while I was at work, letting me know he was coming to St. Louis to see a friend, and I didn't know his friend even lived in St. Louis, or technically just outside the city. But I'm a dedicated chess athlete, which is why I'm still grinding. Got my rating back up this morning. My peak is 2143, but I took a long break from Rapid Chess Online, so I should just skyrocket without a lot of problems. Yeah, I regret that decision, Ashton. I regret it.
What do you regret?
Getting addicted to this.
I want to see you. You got freaking books over here. Let's see.
Yeah, I got books, man. I'll let you play. Ashton played.
I'm not gonna play. I'm
something.
gonna.
You talk your dad into playing chess before?
Dude, yeah, my dad's gonna figure it out once he retires. I guarantee you. He's just
Okay,
he's
you're
too
gonna do
smart,
like,
and
isn't that what's that
his
called?
brain just works that way. Yeah, I castled. So I castled a few minutes ago. So I'm like,
What was that?
what? Oh, I'm just going back. I'm replaying the game backwards.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
so what did you just do?
I think Dayton excels with something like chess because he has
There are levels.
the deep the car gene that is like obsessive compulsive. So even though my uncle hated.
All right, I'm streaming, so
Did you ever
So
watch
anything you
the
say.
Queen's
I know you're
game?
good. I
didn't
won't
say
say anything
anything.
crazy, but
I might.
Dayton's dad wasn't a fan of my grandfather.
hey, don't.
Well, that's not crazy. to
No,
say.
well, it's not anyone's business though. So
Oh no. Okay.
just shut. Yeah, just don't talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Did you ever watch the Queen's Gambit though?
I did watch Queen's Gambit. Yeah.
It's very good. I always, I'm very curious how someone can visualize an entire chess match and just can walk up and immediately know what to do in each situation. Do you feel like you're slowly getting to that?
I'm about 90th percentile. Not on this. I'm like 0.1 percentile on this.
Okay.
But over the board, like people that are actually playing for real,
Well, yeah,
I'm about 90th percentile.
Well, my thing is once you get to a certain level, like people can literally rehearse the attacks that they want to do if they're that good. Like remember, know what exactly what they want to do.
Say that again.
Like they can rehearse their attack. Like there's like a specific name for the exact approach that they do before they play.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to some guy on Joe Rogan who's a grandmaster, and he was talking about playing people with one less piece.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because he's that talented. But he was.
Oh, Magnus Carlsen was on the Joe Rogan.
Maybe that was who it was.
He's the best ever.
Yeah.
It's not that
What's
close.
his name?
Magnus Carlsen. He's Norwegian.
White guy.
He's a piece of shit. I mean, he's a
He's a
terrible
piece of
human
shit.
being.
Yeah, he seems arrogant.
Yeah, he's a
is that?
cock. I mean, he's terrible to market the game. That's why it's frustrating because they can be so smart, but in order to grow the game, you got to just consider another person's perspective and why would I want anything to do with you, let alone
Are
support
you
you.
trading?
Yeah,
for sure.
because only because
Well, yeah,
I'm
and I
trying
think
to
on
chill
that
and talk a
podcast
little
he
bit.
talks about how
I mean, he really is.
feels like chess is pointless now with AI.
Who,
Oh,
Carlson?
beating
I think that was him,
yeah,
right?
they already
Probably.
after.
He has like the comb over, right? Like he's just dorky.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually for how smart he is. I think he's fairly normal. It's sad that he's such an asshole because he is pretty interesting and he's pretty well spoken. He's kind of athletic to promote the game, but he's just so unlikable.
Define athletic when it refers to this? Just like
Well, I mean, for someone who's spent as much
quickness, or-
time. Well, no, I mean, like he's actually pretty good at soccer and
Oh, okay.
he's fairly quick and agile. Like he would have been a decent athlete had he not spent so much time playing chess as a kid.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
pretty impressive actually.
Makes you think though, if someone was that good, if I was a monk, I'd just be hustling people all day, beating people's ass.
So
Gambling.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain level, you can't hustle anybody though.
Really?
Well, I mean, Magnus Carlsen's not going to hustle anybody because
like,
no
I
one
can't
would be
pull
dumb
up
enough to play him.
In NYC and pull up to the places where they, people love to play chess on the street. But I mean, who knows? It's probably not high stakes. I don't know.
So Dayton, I can see you've musically inclined and chess.
Ish.
Those have become your interests.
Yeah,
What spawned those?
I was already pretty competent but then COVID
Like
lockdown.
growing up or anything or COVID?
I played as a kid. I played piano and I was decent on guitar around my senior year of high school.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't really get serious until COVID. I wouldn't consider myself very good until COVID. Just beat it to death.
This both.
No, I started playing chess in December of 2020. I was miserable after a crappy end in my work situation, a breakup, and
Were you in Arkansas?
yeah, I was. And I just built,
Ashton told me that.
yeah, I just built a house. I literally did like it was hard for everybody.
Built a
Yeah,
house?
man, life was going. I just got a promotion, and I didn't know COVID would happen. So
Was it Walmart?
yeah, I hate that shithole. They truly are scumbags.
Did you sell it at least?
Yeah, I sold it. I got a lot out of it, but it's worth more now. But I mean, all they had to do was transfer me, but they're just offshoring, and I'm cool with offshoring, but they're bringing people to live here, just take all our jobs. It's crazy.
Well, and you also
Dayton
Dayton.
AI.
Dayton's always.
What do I think of AI? Well, yeah, and that too. I mean, I'm no angel. If you're going to give me enough money, I might be a little bit of a prick, but no one's going to matter anymore.
Well,
I mean,
I think it's just going to overtake a lot of that with your experience with Walmart.
Oh yeah, they don't need us.
Well, the problem with Dayton too, him being very, very smart. You were the type of person who was vocal about, H-1B visas being
Well, I didn't say anything about it,
abused.
but
Or I thought you did, didn't you?
well, that's not. No, I just
Later
didn't. I just
on.
didn't want to do that for a living. Like
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to. Like if they want to do that, it's their prerogative.
Is that like,
But I should not be expected to piss on the American flag for a living.
No, yeah.
That's
is
just
that like
bullshit.
the A1, B1? Was that
No,
like
it's a
the
temporary. It's not even immigration. It's a temporary work visa, so they can.
Oh, okay.
the employer controls the human. Like imagine being at work and no matter what you're asked, you can't even really say, "Let me think about it," because you don't just have to find another job. You have to leave America in 60 days. So you are completely. It's glorified slavery. It's terrible. Because
beyond wage slavery.
yeah, well, because the employer, if they are unethical, which Walmart is the most unethical on this planet, they literally can send that person home, send your family home. Your kids made friends at school.
Like home.
It's terrible. Yeah.
And you
Like
witnessed
to India.
this.
Yeah, and you can Google stories. It's at the top of the news right now because Trump changed a bunch of laws. But
I showed him a couple of Jesse Will songs about it.
about what?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Jesse Wells, you should look him up. I don't know what kind of music taste is, but he's like Woody Guthrie or Bob Dylan of our time, I think. He is our age. I think he's 33 or 34, but he'll walk out into a random field and play his guitar and harmonica.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, he'll have like the hookup and he'll sing about like current issues.
Okay.
But it's the lyrics are researched and factual.
That's
And this is the guy I sent you a couple videos of. I don't know.
Yeah.
A
you
couple
sent me
months
some.
ago. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I've always thought was most noble about Dayton is
Where you at?
he grew up with parents that
Uh,
were very successful. That
in a
had
pretty
money,
shitty
but
situation at the
you,
moment.
Dayton's always had a very sharp head on his shoulders when it comes to being able to identify what's absurd in society.
Yeah, that's a gift and a curse, I suppose.
The gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sporadic, but were you? I think Ashton, you told me Dayton, you're a receiver in Rogersville.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Were you a receiver in football? What other
I'm
sports
about to
did
be
you play?
fucked in this chess game.
You had the most receptions in rock.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You told me.
Yeah, I wish I would have played piano and chess though, because now, now I'm just behind. I could play piano and chess forever.
Isn't it weird how the
Go ahead and kiss my
focus
ass.
shifts intensely? It seems like football should be the buy all for most individuals, and then I don't know, other interests enter your life.
What's that?
You just said you want to play chess and piano. Were you referring to the time in high school, as opposed
Well,
to?
I mean, I like sports, fine, but when our brains are young and we have more time and they're flexible, they can learn new languages and stuff faster. I just never can get those years back with music or hobbies that I could actually enjoy my entire life.
It does break my heart, because even when Ashton was like dating Martina and he was coming back and like having some Italian words, and I'm working at a school district that has more Hispanic children and ELL, English language learners, basically in the whole state of Illinois, besides Chicago. I mean, that's kind of crazy. It makes me think like, I mean, some of those kids are already bilingual and they're 15,
Yeah.
15 years old. And
No,
I'm
it's
just like,
crazy, right?
I always ask them, I'm like, well, what language do you think in? Because
What language do you think in?
What language do you think in?
Oh, interesting question.
That's kind of like,
I win this-
one of
can I
our
win this
teachers is bilingual, and I obviously asked her the thing, and she just said it just depends
No, I
depends
can't
on
lose it.
who she's interacting with.
I guess I draw it.
If she's interacting with an English language speaker or a Spanish language speaker,
I'm glad that for the Italian.
Well, you're going to the end though, man.
I guess I have to draw this though, which
I can
sucks.
communicate some in Spanish now.
I
I'm not a fan.
I mean, I've been doing Duolingo and I have this streak going on, but the
Oh yeah.
probably last 200 days is just keeping it going, but it's Japanese.
You're learning Japanese?
Yeah, I'm a big anime fan, so I got like
Oh, really?
my tattoos are like, besides one is anime, well, besides
What is
two.
that guy?
This is a guy I worked at a place called Meridian Village.
Okay.
Excuse me. It was this 97-year-old man named Robert. I always say, "Time is the thief." Every day he'd walk it. He'd come into the exercise room, ride the stationary bike, and put on CNN at like full blast. And he would just say stuff like that. He hated tattoos. But for some reason, I really respected the man, and those words kind of sat with me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a tattoo, even though you hate him. And Tyler did this. Good lifelong friend. He did this, and in like kind of like a Cuphead style. I don't know if you know video games very well.
Cuphead?
Cuphead.
I don't know what that is.
It was
I gamed a little
kind of
bit.
a big game in the teens.
Okay.
It was kind of like a side scroller, side shooter.
Uh-huh.
But I got that, and then I got some anime on my legs. Are you an anime fan?
Not really, but I'd never really given it a chance either, so it's hard to say if I'd like
Here's
it.
my leg for you.
That's pretty good. Where'd you get them done at?
Now it is called Paladin Tattoo. Tyler moved. I told Ashton that earlier today, but he is basically a family friend. I knew him and his family. Well, I knew him when he was born. He is, I guess, roughly your age, Dayton.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's right around his age. You know what? I haven't seen Tyler in years, and I always was very thankful that meeting you, I got to go over and hang out with him a lot, just by being friends with you, because otherwise I'd have never met him. He's again, I don't mean this any bad way, because I didn't know Sean personally,
Sure.
but from what I heard about people, it seemed like Tyler kind of had he's more
soft heart, more a little more thoughtful.
Yeah,
Sean,
Sean was, and
Tyler's
it's
so
crazy
nice.
because I am closer with Tyler than I ever was with Sean.
Yeah, Tyler was such a good dude. Such a good
Yeah,
guy.
Sean was a little bit more brutal, a little bit more impulsive. He really
Yeah,
was.
but he's still a really great person. But I just always thought Tyler was one of the most thoughtful people.
He really is.
Yeah.
Dayton and I are in the middle of the game.
Oh, it's all
just-
good, man.
Just a little bit of context. Sean
Just a degenerate.
was
Can't stop playing.
my best friend growing up.
Andrew's class.
And
Oh, I gotcha.
yes, he was Andrew's age, but he committed suicide right after graduating. And he was
Oh, damn.
my first tattoo on my ribs. I got a ambigram that says my name one way. If you tilt your head, it says his name the other way.
He dated a girl that was in me and Derek's class, I believe, right? What was her name? And that's what played a factor
Annie
into
was
it.
in-
Annie. No, she was in our class.
That played a factor in the suicide.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, they got like caught. Sean was a rebel, and I think him, Annie, and somebody else got caught on school property with marijuana,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
It's a big deal.
that like got his girlfriend to get, like their parents sent her away.
Oh, man.
Essentially. And then she broke up with him, and he was mentally unstable. Not only from that experience, but from getting off antidepressants.
Hmm.
And I even noticed a shift in him when he was on and off antidepressants, which is also heartbreaking.
Which is why I hate my wife's
Yeah.
daughter.
I would never recommend going on them. They're just fucking.
Yeah, I tried. I don't even know what it was called, but when I was dating Savannah
How can I
Ashton,
move that
I
fucking brain?
tried this. Like it started with a B and then a U. Buspirone.
Buspirone.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But it would occasionally give me like a hot flash, and I would almost want to faint.
Hmm.
Like occasionally, I'd just be like.
Occasionally, randomly.
Yes, very sporadically. It wouldn't be like within a given time, following and like taking or administering that. But that lasted a month, and then I tried Xanax, and that was just asking to. Yeah, that was just asking to get addicted to something. But I will say, any onset of psychosis or anxiety attack that followed like smoking marijuana, I'd take a Xanax and it immediately calm me down, which is also very dangerous.
Yeah.
Which is very, very dangerous.
Prazolam was one of my
I didn't
which is
try
a
that
generic Xanax. Or also Klonopin, which is a benzodiazepine.
Yeah, that one.
I was hooked on it because I was prescribed it for a long time. And the thing about
Oh, and you're at
that's the
new
thing that
game.
makes
Yeah.
Not the other one.
Yeah, a lot of times my first game or two, like if I can just draw and survive,
Is
it's
that what it
fine.
was?
Well, no, I mean I prefer to win, but I'm just trying to get in the zone. Trying to get in the zone. It's dealing cards is a weird warm up though because it's counting, like it's the same mental procedures. It's all routines. It's all reacting to patterns, but it's just not as intense as chess, of course. So it's kind of good to warm up, but it takes me a game or two to get in chess mode.
Yeah, man.
anything that shuts off your anxiety and that like gives you that type of relief is a very dangerous substance.
Well,
What's that, Nash?
Anything like any drug like or substance that can just shut off your anxiety like that. Dude, I remember whenever I first took a Xanax or like a Valium Klonopin,
Can I push
just
them?
straight macking on bitches, and I was like,
You what?
I was, like hitting
You're
on girls, like, talking
macking on the
girls.
hose?
I could not fail whenever because you know me, Derek. I'm already a confident, kind of pompous,
I am streaming.
arrogant anyway. And dude, I'm telling you, that shit just makes you almost borderline delusional to a point. But obviously,
Yeah,
your
trying to
person
curb.
takes too much of it. It's very bad for you. But and it makes you blind.
Dayton, are you on YouTube?
Am I on YouTube?
Yeah, is what streaming like?
Yeah, well, I'm mostly on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Even besides things.
She stays in the room, and I want her to come out here. Her, right? Am I right, then?
What's up?
Her, to her.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Oh,
The thing
dude.
that I wish I was never prescribed in high school was pain killers. Like, because back
When
then
you
was
hurt your
such a
back?
common thing. Well, yeah, so the first time, whenever I was 9
You were
years old,
trying-
I broke my arm.
Nice.
Yeah,
656.
so whenever I was 19 years old, I fell off
Thank
my
you,
arm
Louis.
bars.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I broke both my wrists and my
No,
arm.
I'm going through a quarter
And
life
that was the
crisis right
first
now
time I
because
experienced that.
I have to talk to stream, but I chose chess, so I can't talk because it's too hard. Like, I can't entertain. I can't tell jokes, or I run out of time, or I mess up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with
Do
my
you
life.
usually get a pretty strong audience when you come in here at night?
Not
do you
really.
Do it when you like at this time, or is there like a different time you typically?
I usually do it when I get off work. Honestly, everything's pretty much
this time.
yeah. Everything's kind of contingent upon me actually getting pretty good at chess, though, because because like I don't know that I would really even want to do this if it weren't if I can't. Like, I don't want to stream because you got to put up with so much bullshit, and I would rather just work. Like, I enjoy dealing cards, so I want to get good enough at chess and get big enough with the chess stuff to get an opportunity to play for a living, even if for incentives. There's a lot of talk about how strong can an adult become in chess. Shit.
You deal cards though at Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
You gotta be pretty good at dealing to do what you want to do.
Blackjack.
Yeah, it depends.
And I'm telling you, B, if you wanted to, I don't
No,
know. where you
not
stand now, but
usually.
Have you ever thought about going to Vegas and dealing for like high stakes rooms?
I thought about doing a stint in Vegas.
Dude, you would.
You're gonna take
I
this
think
with
it would
you.
be great for something
What's up?
like that.
You're gonna take this with you.
Take what? This?
This, yeah.
I would probably try to sell it and get a new one. It's
How
a
much
pain to
does this
move.
cost?
Less than one DUI, and it saved me from that during COVID lockdown. Nah, I think it was like 7,000
Yeah, my DUI cost
Yeah.
me about,
with the installation and everything.
Did you do it yourself?
No,
Or
God,
there's
no,
like a
no.
kit?
There's a partner in Springfield, a Steelcase partner. They did it.
Okay, so you moved this with you when you came up here.
No,
No?
one of their sister companies. My family, we had a piece in a warehouse, so we moved it with the U-Haul, and then the sister company called Color Art moved it or assembled it here.
Okay.
All right, you bastard. What is this shit?
So I'm really gonna challenge you by intermittently interrupting you.
Huh?
Focus. So you gotta.
That's all right.
really
It's probably
practice
for the
on
best.
Fractured.
Probably for the
focus.
best. Yeah, my back crack's weak, so it's not going to matter a lot.
the last of it.
Bullshit.
Ashton, you're telling me that while I was sleeping in the car,
Yeah.
you went up.
Yeah, so I walked inside because I was like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can run into D. Yeah. I was gonna see if I could run into him. That's hilarious. Whenever I was on,
This is bullshit.
how long ago was that? Like an hour ago? Was that just past time? Just past time. It's probably. Yeah, so that's when we first pulled up. I said, hey, Derek, you coming in with me? We go. I got you, bro.
Was this like the me being on my bunk bed?
Yes.
Really?
You were tired.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I said, bro, give me 45 minutes to an hour. And I'll be
Nuh-uh.
back.
Were you gone that long? Were you gone that long?
Maybe 35, 40 minutes.
Holy crap, man. I was just passed out.
Actually, maybe 30, only 35 minutes. Dude, I'm not even kidding here. As soon as I went to the casino, my only bill was to I walked in. There was these.
Did you find him?
Yeah, no, I didn't. So
Okay.
they called me later. But there's these Arab guys. This black dude. This black dude was like, oh, I have no shit. He was like, what's that, man? He looked and I said, no, hold on.
Fucked.
Chill party.
You can identify it.
So then he goes, what you mean party? He's like, where you coming from? I said, oh, I live more over by the police here. He said, he goes, you live really shit. No.
God.
And I said, shit. He's just law of attraction. I know, and I said,
Okay, so if I'm here, try to sack here. I shouldn't turn this on.
Way more immediate.
You don't have time to take that though. If you go here, of course I'm here.
I thought it was crazy how that worked out.
Shh. You can't go there because I have the maid. I'm gonna win this bitch.
Really good. He gave the stone a bit. It was like, hey, what do you think? He said, "Yes."
Oh crap. That's why I can't do that. Yeah, it might be okay.
Your daughter's getting her master's. I was thinking, your daughter's getting her master's, and what is she gonna do with it? Master's in. Well, I mean, her dad's black, so I assume she'd probably do it much better. Oh, what are you doing right back there? What are you doing go back there? In this country, you can't hardly do anything with your degree born, which is insane. What are you doing? It's like people go to school, work their ass off, and then get fucked over. Which you and
Or replace with AI.
you and Dayton are both past examples of that, where you're both very smart, intelligent people who are more.
Yeah, why would I waste my life being someone's bitch just to get replaced with AI in a few years?
What are you guys gonna get paid enough? Or what you deserve?
I just want to be a chess player. Figure out the pay and survival later. Hey, Nova, how's my friend? How's Dad's best friend? I love you. How's your pretty puppy? Ah. I made you pizza. So where's my pizza, Dad?
Well, I mean, this is kind of, I would say, maybe the most intimate, and I know that that can be perceived in a multitude of ways, but Dane and I have never really hung out. You know, I've been more around your family, or it's more like I feel like it was like a Thanksgiving or something. Yeah, like when you and I were in high school and I met Dayton. Yeah. But I'm having a hard time remembering, but I think it was at your grandma's house. I could see that. I really feel like that was the time. The thing that I've always here. The thing I've always loved about Dayton is even though we lived apart for many years, didn't matter. Every time I talked to him and stuff, I was like, man, this guy just he gets it. Because he grew up with a similar background as me, and he knows my family. And he has a brain in terms of not falling into normalcy. Well,
Something to be said for normalcy. A wife and a 9-to-5 job sounds good.
well, I want to ask this because Ashton always talked about this growing up. Because I guess you grew in. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Also, as well, David.
What's that?
But kind of growing up into a little bit of money. Like, do you feel like you were taken care of? Do you feel like you didn't really have to worry about anything, or did you have like
As far as
other
money goes?
worries?
As far as like money goes?
Sure.
Oh
sure.
no. I mean, we traveled for ball and stuff. We were never poor at
Did you
all.
play baseball?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's what I don't remember.
Yeah, I tried to play in college, but I didn't enjoy it, and I probably wasn't good enough.
That's what was making most unique. MSU?
Huh?
MSU, or where'd you go to college? Evangel, right?
No, Drury.
Yeah, Drury. Drury, okay. I was.
That's a bad move. It's a bad move. Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to CMU in Fayette for my undergrad.
Uh-huh.
But my going into my junior year, right before my junior year, I was debating on going to Drury because they just started a track program for men.
Okay.
And
at that time the 100-meter record was slower than what I ran in high school. So I was like,
Wow.
I'm gonna go there. I honestly to this day I regret in some sense not going,
Mm-hmm.
especially for money constraints.
Okay.
Still own a lot. I always gave Ashton crap because he didn't go to college, but he got to buy a house, and I went to college, and my debt to income ratio
Always
won't let
annoyed
me
me.
buy a house.
I could have went and played JUCO baseball at a.
I mean, you're a better kisser, and he went to Mo Valley.
Well, so yeah, well, he went to Mo, like a NAIA school. I refused to even consider that. Where I could have went to a JUCO school in Norfolk, Arkansas, but I decided like I wasn't even going to try for it because I had, which is probably a bad mentality to have, but
Why?
well, because whenever I reached that level, I was like, why would I play this sport when there's kids that are in D1 in the minor leagues that are faster than me, taller than
I
me.
guess it's just a love for him, man.
No,
It's
yeah,
just
well, yeah.
compete the last couple of years as high as you can. You
Well, no,
know?
so yeah, and I did have a big love for baseball, but I had my head up a girl's rear end.
Yeah, don't do that.
The good thing about baseball is
I love Martina too, man. Like I thought she was so.
I'm streaming. Just, I mean, I don't know if you care or not.
Did you say something? Did you say
Oh yeah, I'm just streaming.
Oh,
So,
okay, my fault.
so if I blow up, you know, any conversation that's it.
Martina was
Well, I liked her because, I mean, obviously I got to see her in class, I got to see her in high school, and I don't know, she always brought out more of the soft side in you.
oh yeah, for sure. A hard side in my family.
I don't know why I just. Do you still have her on Facebook? Do you still have
Gosh.
I didn't actually. It's probably childish of me not to, but whenever I split up with her, I ended up deleting her.
It's just smart, man.
She's getting a divorce, and I'm kind of mad at her because she used me. Yeah, because it was just to have sex, and then all of a sudden nothing. She's on top of it. Well, we try to talk, and then she just goes to me all the time. But I was talking with her, it just seemed like it was more on her terms than my terms. Which, I mean, I get it to an extent, but some people are. And I agree with Dave Chappelle's dad, or his mentality. But more than anything, I agree, which is how you perceive a lot of things. But I was talking, but the thing is, I was talking with her while I was visiting her in August. So literally, that's why I would. And it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. It was just a one time, 2 times in a night. I stayed the night, and then we talked for a month and a half, and then we never saw each other. And that was, like I said, that was an
She
honest.
said getting divorced.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you're-
No,
you can grab those if you want, dude.
You were actually.
So she's still getting
All right.
divorced.
Yes.
You know what's
But she is so busy, Ashton. And I told her, I said this. I said, okay.
All right, asshole. Your bishop is trash. You're wrong. Well, maybe not. Yeah, you're wrong. Might not be fatal, but you're wrong. Look my eye. Kiss my ass. It's been pretty good. Hmm? It's no good. It's no good. So I can come back here, which is nice. I think that's the move. Why can't I do that? Why not? What's your reason? That's fine. Okay. Like a bishop go back. Cool. Clear it. I don't want to do that. That's probably the way to do it, actually. See, 'cause I don't want that check to happen. Hey, Fog. I don't think so. Well, maybe. That kind of looks interesting. It's weird, but it kind of looks interesting too. Huh. Where's your bishop want to be though? Why? So I'm up one. You don't want to trade the rooks. Okay, fine. Gotta use my time better. Yeah, man, all right. That's why you don't play chess tired. I do this all the time. Too damn slow. Cheap mates at this point. You play here. Yeah, it's over. Try to actually use our clock, maybe. Lock in and get 2150. See, you can't play chess in this state. You just can't do it. All right, try to salvage it. Just play a rug, man. Gosh. Oh man. Start to spiral, I will go to sleep. I'll not waste my damn life any more than I already have. It'll just kill me. I'm over it. Locked in. See, you'd think that would be kind of getting phased out at this point.
what I noticed when I was with her is like, I felt that too. But it's like more like, depending on like, hey, you know, the thing with the thing there, you know, hey, you know, she might, it's like, it's a whole like, you know, man,
So here is made. Completely fucked. Gosh. Maybe not. No, because you can do it that way. Man. This is shitty. Are you? What's up?
I'm gonna stare at you.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna throw my laptop out the window because I need to quit doing this.
She doesn't have like she's not crazy high on the cheater list of autism. Like she'll make eye contact with you. She loves contact. No.
Has Dayton met your children?
Yeah, have you met Camille yet in person?
No.
I don't think you have yet. You need to.
I've only met I met Camila twice, and I met Mateo. Have I met Mateo twice?
So,
I think maybe twice.
well, shoot, even my brother, I think, so we met Camila twice, and then maybe
Really, ever since you've been living with him?
Mateo likes you a lot.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
God, that.
Laid on you.
But also, you know, me being in the headspace of body dysmorphia, when I you showed me that picture, I'm like, God, my belly. I just got on your scale, Dayton. Weighed the most that I've ever weighed in my life.
Really? What do you weigh?
215. It's very I got my hip replaced.
Yeah, Camila was.
How tall are you?
What's up?
How tall are you?
5'10" on a good day.
You're 5'11".
Nope.
Well, you're taller than me. My driver's license, when they measure me, they always say, well, you're 5'9.5", so maybe 5'10" is what they always tell me.
There was one time at CMU, they said I was 5'8", and I said, what? I was very blown away. I didn't believe it. But I've had 4 hip surgeries, and my fourth one was a hip replacement on my left hip.
4 hip surgeries?
4 hip surgeries. One each side to repair a labrum. The right side, they had to do a lot more. They had to cut my femur in half and turn it 20 degrees and put a plate in it, as well as smooth the head of my femur. And then the third surgery was bilateral. And the reason I got that one was because I found out I was allergic to tomatoes.
What?
After I had all this hardware in me. But I left your house one day. It was my second year of working at Salem High School. I was a paraprofessional. And it was actually the second day of school I had to call in because I was at your house, Ashton, and I ate 4 BLTs. And I lived in Rolla, and I was driving home to Rolla, and like right outside of Rolla, like that strip, like where you see that, like right before the farm place, whatever.
Lake Spring.
No, like literally right before the like farm place on the left, like right when
Oh, I
you
know
get,
you're
like
talking
right before you
Yeah.
get into town. I just started feeling I'm like, man, my lips feel like they're coming out of my face. Like I didn't know what it was, but my lips were swelling up. And I woke up the next day and I was like, man, I look like a Neanderthal. My face is all swollen. I had to go to the ER. So I got the third surgery to remove all the hardware. And then after that, no longer allergic to tomatoes, which is fascinating.
Did an allergist tell you why that might have been?
She was kind of a stickler. I don't know if she was overworked that day, and then by the time I got in there, it was just like, But I was like, will you test me for everything you possibly can? She's like, I can't test you for everything in the world. And I was like, well, I think it's tomatoes, but will you do me like a standard test and then also tomatoes? And then we found out it was tomatoes.
You're like, I'm not asking you to test me for fucking Lou Gehrig's.
Yeah.
Test me what?
But I also found out I was allergic to, like, you know, from when I was little, when I went to We Care at Grace Community Church, like I remember I was allergic to peanuts, and it still said I was allergic to peanuts and tree nuts. And I still remember when I was 4 years old, I remember grabbing a graham cracker with peanut butter on it, and I ran into the closet like hiding because they said I couldn't have it. And I was like, it looks so good. But I grabbed it and I ran to the closet and had it, and they like freaked out for a second. Like, oh, you ate that? But nothing happened. So it still says I have a moderate allergy to tree nuts and peanuts, but nothing happens. Like I eat peanut butter almost every day.
Which allergies are a weird thing to test too, because I remember whenever I got cortisone injections in my lower back, I ended up having my blood pressure shoot to like 190 over something.
Whoa, dude, that's scary.
And I don't know if I ever told you that. My dad had to rush me in the emergency room.
For your lower back.
Yeah, I started breaking out in hives and shit. I was at the theater. Jacob called my dad and said, Dad, I'm freaking out. But I also said smoking blunt. So I was like overthinking. But I was like, dude, we smoking this blunt going to cause this to happen. You know what I mean? Because I smoked weed a bunch.
Like the most would be like psychosis or something.
Man, I ended up getting all these tests with with the allergists, and they gave me like a big shot of Benadryl and down.
Yeah, but I've lost several. So
Yeah, they gave me a big shot of Benadryl.
really counts.
I got my blood pressure lowered.
I need to find a wife and quit playing chess, man.
Yeah.
It's ruining my
Dude,
mental
you're-
state. I'm young, but like I can already feel like my focus and stuff after I don't sleep for a while. I was doing this for like all of
Don't, yeah,
COVID.
don't let us keep you up, dude.
Dude,
by the
and
way.
now I do not recover as fast. I'm not sleeping and playing chess on that. What you said? Don't let it what?
I said, don't let us keep you up.
No, are y'all staying or are y'all going?
Uh,
Yeah, y'all can stay here. Honestly, so here's
freaking awake now.
yeah. So here's how I work, man. So tomorrow is my last day of my work week, and I've done training,
What
so
time
it's
you going
extra
in?
hours. 3 p.m.
Oh, okay.
But when I only have one day left, and then I don't work until Thursday, next Thursday.
Whoa.
Like I usually just stay up for like 2 days in a row, because I can sleep for 2 days.
Consistently?
Well, no, but for on my last day of my work week, all I have to do is make it through one night, and it's fun at the casino. So once I get there, it's the only job I've had where, as long as I make it to work, like, I could be just dog tired. But if I can make it to the floor, I hear the slot machines, I hear everything going on. I like the people.
They kind of
I like my coworkers. I like the
rejuvenates
yeah,
you.
like-
You're like, yeah.
I like the team, and I like the gamblers. So I literally wake up on the floor. It's crazy.
So tell me a little bit of like why you chose this and like how
What, the
it
deal?
keeps you well, and how you're like energized, like when you're like, did you just like watch some videos someday and you're like, dude, I would love to do that, or like what was it?
No,
Were you
I
there being a gambler, or like
How did it unfold?
I played some in my day, so I knew all the games. And I actually, after COVID ended and the casinos reopened, I was playing a downstream, talking to the dealer, and I never thought of it as a real job before. But he was
Okay.
talking about how a lot of people quit during COVID. I'm like, how much you make? And it was good, and he liked it.
Like good tips
Yeah,
or
well-
like good salary or both or
It's mostly tips, but
okay.
you could move up or change directions once you're there. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool. Like, I should look into that. And I just applied for a table game school in St. Louis, thinking I don't have any connections. They won't reply to me immediately. They were super nice from day one, trained me, fed me on holidays and stuff, and I just loved it. And at that time, all the AI stuff, there was a bunch of rumors, and my mentors were getting laid off in tech. And I'm like, at least it's a backup plan, if nothing else. Let's do it. And I was doing this chess stuff, and no one replied to my applications on chess, so I needed to be in St. Louis or a bigger city. So it allowed me to move.
On chess. Sorry to
No,
detour.
well, it's funny when I moved to St. Louis, I went to an opening ceremony for a big event, and
Like a chess event.
yeah, it was
Okay.
Grandmaster. Like I got Magnus Carlsen's signature in that book. Pretty freaking cool, actually. Like kind of like a baseball player.
We should play Dayton, you and me versus him.
You can, like, look at that. That's Magnus Carlsen's autograph. It's like a lot of their autographs.
Oh, what the
Best
fuck?
player of all time. Yeah. St. Louis,
Nuh-uh.
St. Louis is the best chess in America. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
taught me a lot about
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, guy. He was.
No
he was
shit.
the founder was somewhat influential in the
I
S&P
had-
500 index. And when he retired, I think he's from here, so he moved back. And he's getting old now, but he's spent a bunch of money and time. And
What's the title of the book called?
yeah, I read. Hilariously, I ordered it when I thought I was going to be in corporate tech for life. So I was trying to apply principles to understand code and how systems talk and stuff. And I ended up getting chased out the door and using it for chess mostly.
You
Which one
know,
I'm just screwing around.
for me, as someone that, I play video games or whatever, but I think code is one of the most fascinating things on this planet.
Oh, really?
I don't get it because I think it's like a form of magic, even though
Oh,
it's
okay.
not- like it really is. Like I've seen some sort of like walkthrough videos of like how they program and like use
Mhm.
graphics for a game or anything like that. And it's just like
Mhm.
you got a bunch of triangles over here, and I'm like, how did that make that environment though?
Magic.
How does 0 1 0 1 1 0 make that? Like how did
It's crazy.
you correlate 0 0 1 like whatever to make it a mountain?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I've never dove into. But
I don't recommend
is that kind of
I mean, that's the world I was in for 4 years.
no shit?
And I interned twice. Yeah, pretty deep in it. But also with the AI stuff, I got to tour their AI, like machine learning hub,
Who?
artificial intelligence for
No.
Walmart.
Oh, for Walmart.
Yeah, I got to tour it, and I met the people that work on it. And kind of like you hear people say, man, I was immature, but then when I had my baby, like I just changed. And once you see your baby breathe, it'll change you. That's kind of how that tech shit is. Like when you see how impressive it is, you realize how we probably don't have much of a role in the future. Because it's so freaking amazing. Like nothing the best developer could ever do could rival that.
Everything that I've looked into,
Don't need me.
which is like watching 10 videos and maybe 10 hours of information when it comes to AI,
Mhm.
Doesn't that
and
also
maybe
show you
reading
the,
some things.
Doesn't it also prove the lunacy is at a point to where a human should actually be able to work less and enjoy their life more?
Yeah, there's gonna have to be some sort of UBI in the future, especially when it comes to like transportation jobs.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna lay off. I think
Everybody.
they're estimated 80 to 100 million and that's like a third ish of our population just with transportation jobs.
Yeah.
2 years ago, Olivia's parents went to an ex-girlfriend of mine went to Phoenix to see her brother, and they got picked up by a self-driving
Oh,
car.
man.
2 years ago, and I'm just saying, like 2 years
How much has
of
changed?
advancement and improvement since then, and I think it's actually going on 3 years. And my thing is like, Dad and I went to Kansas City, and we just went to the casino, and you guys might have in Dayton, but it's just like we went to one of the restaurants / bars in there, and the server was a robot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We took our order from a human, and then what brought our food out was a robot. Like it just
Right.
came to our table, and that's been around for a few years. But what I've heard a pattern from like the godfather of AI, which I forgot his name, and a lot of other AI engineers that have been working for like decades on AI, white guy. But the majority of what the golden string that runs through all of them is basically saying the majority, if not all jobs can be replaced. And what will remain is human preference.
Mhm.
So it's just like, well, I want a human for that, but they can't grasp
Like certain
when.
service jobs.
Yes, but they can't grasp when.
Yeah.
Some say, oh, in the next 3 years. Some say
Yeah,
the
but
next
that-
5
yeah,
years.
I
Some
also-
saying 10. Some
Mhm.
say more than 10. But I mean, it's just exponentially growing. But one other fascinating thing, Ashton, if you could hold that thought, that I just want to convey, is one thing that I thought was fascinating is they were saying like the growth of AI.
Mhm.
The Godfather of AI was saying this, and he was saying like, okay, imagine you get an iPhone roughly every year. He's like, okay, imagine getting an iPhone every 6 months with all new features, okay, that you had to learn. And then imagine that iPhone now coming out monthly. So every month, a brand new AI with every feature.
Wow.
Then weekly, then daily, then every minute, then every second. A brand new iPhone with all new features every single second of your life, because that's how fast it's moving.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
And so it's
yeah,
just
but
like,
I'll say that's where human destruction and civilization will be done. Let me tell you how. Because in order to create these things like phones, all these things, you have to extract very rare minerals. So where
I
you're
know.
exploding and you're
There's
exploiting.
already a lot of
That
concerns
shit.
about the data centers. Like how are we going to build enough data centers?
yeah.
for all
Well,
this?
and I'm literally thinking I watched too many sci-fi movies.
Or just enough.
But I'm thinking of the I'm thinking of the Matrix and the Animatrix, which was like 2003,
Humans all
which
over.
freaking almost follows this to a T.
Yeah.
Like it's freaking fascinating, but they're like eventually. I mean, these AI, all the models are, they're getting told to be like, hey, shut yourself down, and they're like blackmailing people in the
Like,
community.
no.
Like
I turned
no,
my off switch.
no. Like
I
they're
hit it.
saying, I will
Yeah.
send this to your wife of you doing this if
Yeah.
you try to shut me down. They're trying to blackmail
and,
the
and let me add to that, and I don't want you to continue because
Sure.
so the people with the influence, mostly 60-year-old white dudes right now, corporate and politics, they're just one, they have no idea how tech works. They came up in business, finance.
Yeah.
They didn't come up in
Okay.
tech. And they just want to act like we're mentally ill for acknowledging that. Easy for you to say you're about to retire and you're
Yeah.
set for life, and we're going to compete with a perfect robot when you had to compete with flawed humans for promotions.
Yeah, I'm only imagining the kids too,
What do you mean?
like in school.
Uh-huh.
So I actually just watched. So what's in my mind is I watched a video about some neuroscientists talking about, since we've recorded data in the education system, every generation has had higher test scores than their parents, and Gen Z is the first generation to have lower test scores,
Okay.
and they are kind of like essentially the tablet babies.
Mhm.
And now, what is it, Alpha or whatever, following
Yeah, you're right. I think that's what they call them.
is now growing up with AI. So what's that going to lead to? And just like a random, sporadic, just side note with that, I occasionally watch, I forgot his name, Z something, but he speaks so many different languages. So he it's mainly Chinese or Mandarin. So he goes to a Chinese restaurant and then surprises everyone. That's the whole
Mhm.
thing of his video, is what he does.
What's his
But,
name?
it's like XIAM something.
Okay.
He has 7 million subscribers or
Oh, wow.
something. But he recently, what I just saw, I don't know, within this year or something, I can remember, within a week or so, gave some sort of speech to Gen alpha or whatever. But what he does is he's like a language guru. I think he can speak like over double digits in language, and he's
Okay.
like our age, which is fucking mind-boggling.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So this video is they gave him a doctorate, actually, like, which is kind of my dream. If I ever got a doctorate, it'd be like I wrote something or did something, and they're like, you know what, you deserve a doctorate. Yep. And so he gave his little speech from accepting it. He gave two different speeches, one to like Ohio State graduate class, and then one to a Gen Alpha class. And what he did was he studied Gen Alpha's slang
Oh,
and
interesting.
gave the entire speech in their slang, but had subtitles for the video. But he's like, "What's up, chat? All right, so no cap on God, you know, I'm giving you like," but then he had like, but he's also showing the importance, like there is some merit to that, but honestly, being a teacher, I can't stand it. Like I really can't stand it because I don't like, you know, you don't have an extensive vocabulary.
Right.
You say the same things over and over, and it's kind of an umbrella term or a blanket term for a lot of different meanings, which I believe dumbs you down a little bit. You know, maybe not a popular opinion. Extreme.
Yeah, the word is, it's more so to be used to just, you know, I think the culture for people to fit in rather than it actually having any true meaning behind it.
And so going back to the Gen Alpha, they're you know, they're getting influenced by a lot more than just their parents or their localized environment. They're getting influenced by a lot of other different people. So instead of 75% being like familial family members or friends or anything like that, 75% is being whatever they're viewing online.
Right.
But they're noticing at least the standards for education, which I can't agree and disagree, but they've definitely plummeted. And this neuroscientist was saying, I watched it on YouTube, but it was a C-SPAN thing, like a 5-minute thing, video. But he was essentially just talking about every generation since they've recorded educational growth has performed better than their parents. And then since 2010, roughly, they have not, this is the first generation since they have recorded data that has scored lower than their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And this is across 80 countries.
Wow.
You want to know what they would
80 countries.
So you want to know what they would say to that?
Who's they, Ashton? Who's
They
they?
is the if you want to call it the matrix or
Yeah.
Okay.
See, all right, to
the world's agenda. It
yeah.
would be, well, the criteria in which, you know, people are developing and evolving nowadays is completely different of what.
But that's what I was getting at. Like, so he kind of pointed at that Z, whatever that guy is like, there's meaning behind the language that they're using, and that's actually kind of a different language.
Mm-hmm.
And there is intelligence in there. Like, and I even see, like, besides that, I think the majority of the mass.
Nuanced bullshit way to look at it.
I think that,
like, what
I'm going to use this.
What intrinsic thing could you tell me that makes that intellectual or valuable?
I don't know. I just don't. My personal thing is like, I get influenced by media. Like,
We all do.
You, Dayton, and I might sit here and laugh at, like, you bring up something in conversation. It makes me think of a Family Guy or a South Park thing, and I like comment on that, and it's just a verbal meme, and we all laugh because we've all seen it, and it's just perpetuated today, and it's just like all over the place with the majority of what they say or do. I don't like it because I have noticed a decline in like tangible or just like real life interactions,
Oh, yeah.
social interactions.
Well-
It's disheartening, but they have all the courage on the keyboard, all the courage.
And you want to know what also bothers me about nowadays versus how we grew up when we were in like, so I used to roast people that, like
Yeah.
journalists and stuff, that were too engaged in like shock value statements and rhetoric.
Like sensationalism.
Yeah,
and
where
stuff
it's
like
like, okay, you're completely just trying to grab a headline.
that. Sure.
But nowadays, like, it is such a common tactic where
Yeah.
you don't even know how to discern
I
what
can't.
is
I
what's
can't
normal.
stand, like, I love, like, there are some things like my algorithm. I love my algorithm. I get it. I love what I watch on YouTube, but I'm like a nerd. I watch like anime videos and maybe some track or lifting videos at time, but primarily anime videos. But I can't stand, I think it's some sort of crazy, and that's why I love some of Eminem's music when he talks about people reacting to videos and saying like, you're the crazy ones, like just even just reacting to videos and put it. But I do think it's some sort of crazy, like every thumbnail of a video is just like they have some sort of facial expression, like it's the biggest dopamine rush that you're gonna get. And the title of the video is just like, it's all grandiose, it's all over exaggerated. And it breaks my heart because it's just like,
I think it's making it harder for real art to be.
yeah, but
in your
because
face.
they understand the psychology of it, and that's what's crazy is they literally do. They know what will get you to click, especially a younger population.
Mhm.
And even I fall into that. Like if I do a general search, I have a hard time scrolling a lot. Like I want to get it
Dude.
immediately.
That's where
Like I want to get it like the first couple.
Yeah. And if they want to be like unreasonable with kids whose brains aren't developed, that's one thing. But even adults, like you said, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
meant to be addictive. So then to have no sympathy for the kids, like you should have sympathy
Yeah.
for everybody because it's just a different type of addiction that's never been
Yes.
invented. But they don't even have, a lot of the older people in power that could improve things, they don't even care. They just suck it up, suck it up. Like, were you ever forced before your brain was developed to compete with the perfect robot who is infinitely intelligent
Yeah.
and knows every psychological weakness? That's not
Kids-
fair.
Kids are. I watched this video the other day. Like this woman, like a compilation of like teachers, like
Mhm.
venting online about like their students and just saying like, why do I need to do anything when AI can do it for me? But they're just like, the overall arching subject was like critical thinking is diminishing. But hey, I mean, even Albert Einstein says, why memorize? Like he had a quote of like, why memorize something when you can look it up? He even had a
See?
quote. And it's just like,
It should be a class,
So-
not plagiarism. It should be a class on how to use it, not plagiarism.
and so it's slowly coming to that date, and like they're trying to use that. They're literally trying to put that into the school. They're like, okay, this is how you do it. They're trying to teach teachers how to do it. And PE, it's different.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you.
have that.
Let me tell you the thing. So the one thing that I like about AI and how it's transpiring is it's starting to show you. It's starting to devalue.
You okay if I touch this, Dayton?
Yeah, you can play the guitar. if you
Yeah,
want.
I don't know how to
it puts
play.
on. It fully demonstrates how ridiculous it is. So, like a person like Dusty Kraft, who has a college degree as a history, the social studies teacher, coach in Salem, like he's one of those people that's like Bernie Sanders is fucking Hitler. Like,
That campaign ruined a lot of politics for me because I wanted him to be
what I'm just
president.
getting at is it is just
Yeah.
a college degree in nowadays terms is becoming more and more meaningless in my opinion.
No.
But then-
Oh, yes.
but on the
Well, it
flip
just
side-
depends on what it is, and
But,
even more so. Like
Yeah.
you can have a bachelorate in some sort of medical field and make
Yeah.
6 figures.
Yeah, but on
You
the
know.
flip side too, I think AI is showing the deepest, darkest roots of capitalism in its worst form. So, like, that's why, in my opinion, there's other countries that are going to be way ahead of the United States. So, in China, places like China, you know,
Yeah,
they
China,
do
yeah.
to protect their youth. So, humans' brains are meant to get the dopamine fix. So, when
Yeah.
they're on TikTok, they swipe.
Yeah.
They had issues with the traffic being so rampant in countries in Asia, to
Yeah.
where they made it to where they put restrictions on how quick a kid could swipe because their heads were down with headphones on, and the people were getting hit by cars. So in the United
Jeez.
States, you're a kid, you can swipe as much as you want.
Yeah.
There, they put a restriction. They're like, no, you can only
So
swipe once per minute.
they designed it to not be as detrimental.
And more educational. You know, here it's all just like what products can I feed you, what
So-
ideologies can I
So
feed
Dayton,
you.
I've
What's up?
been in the school system for almost a decade.
Okay.
You've
You've been working in the school system?
Yes, for almost a decade, and I've noticed a difference. I mean, everybody has a landmark, which we as educators or teachers essentially just say, COVID, like before and after COVID,
Mhm.
which is it is a real thing. Like even you bringing it up tonight, like, hey, of COVID, no. But I've noticed.
Dude, you look like a guitarist though. If you could just learn to strum a few chords, you look like just that mellow guitarist that all everyone's like, he's so mysterious.
That's so
Yeah.
Plays.
Yeah. I don't even know what he's about to do.
Don't even
What
know.
genre is coming? That's what you look like.
Yeah,
I think you're the last.
you would love Jesse Wells. I think
Who?
Jesse Wells.
Who's Jesse Wells?
You're the last of the dying breed when it comes to life.
Please listen to him. I'm gonna
Jesse
say it.
Wells?
So he recently, I'll just say he blew up slightly for a little bit. He got on Joe Rogan podcast. He
Yeah.
got on Jimmy Kimmel, and he got on the late night show with Stephen Colbert, and he performed. But I believe he is our generation. I think I mentioned him just slightly a little bit earlier. He's our generation's Bob Dylan, I
Oh,
think,
wow.
or Woody Guthrie.
Interesting.
So he plays acoustic primarily, and he has the harmonica set up while he plays
Oh, okay.
as well.
Cool.
Very good. I don't know if you're into folk or anything,
Eh.
but I'll say lyrically, it's very appealing.
I can't
And-
do shit nowadays. It's not good enough lyrics.
Yes.
Like All Around Me.
Absolutely.
I'm not a country fan.
Yeah, I'm not a country
From West
fan either.
Virginia, dude, I fucking love how deep his shit is. Like that some scornful woman.
I just don't like the mainstream. That it just bothers me. I know that's honestly kind of a popular opinion with people I speak with. They don't like the mainstream a lot, but I don't know. It just seems
Everything
convoluted.
is
But
too shock value. What can I do?
But
Grab your attention?
he has a lot well, it's your own damn fault. You're so damn fat.
Well, dude, like hip hop nowadays, rap, like it's hard for me to find anything that I actually really like. I don't know if you looked into like how the drill culture is, like drill, like killing people, shooting people, like how like people actually are living like life in the streets, like the most popular rappers that are actually like real gangsters.
Yeah,
Some
those
of it-
things, that stuff scares me. You know what I watched for the first time last night, actually, when you bring it up, is Boys in the Hood. I had never seen it before, and I watched it last night. Dayton, have you seen that movie?
Boys in the Hood?
I have never seen that movie, and I watched it last night. I couldn't believe that was the first time I watched
You
it.
know a better movie than that was Menace to Society. You seen that?
No, I haven't.
What is it?
Menace to Society.
I haven't seen
Even
that.
better than Boys in the Hood's a great movie, but dude, Derek, you'd love Menace to
I
Society.
don't know.
And then here's an even better one, Paid in Full. Watch that one. That's a bad motherfucker. Yeah, it's this story about this Bronx hustler who ends up becoming a cocaine kingpin. And the funny thing is, he worked at a place where they iron people's clothes and shit. And this
kinda like a dry cleaner?
this Dominican guy accidentally left an 8-ball of coke in his suit. So he was delivering his suit back to his house, and he was like, "Hey, sir, you left this." And he was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." And he was like getting his clothes on, and he gives him like a stack, $1,000. Like, keep your mouth shut, right? Okay, whatever. And he was like, "Hey man," and this is actually inspired by a true story. And he says,
Which
Yeah.
music
"How would you like to make some money?"
Would it be okay if I played a song for you?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
listening, Ashton.
Yeah, I don't even know because I don't even know if I have everything set up. I don't even know if I have YouTube downloaded.
Okay.
But you can use your phone if you
I don't
want.
know where my phone is. I think I left it
You
in
want
my
mine?
car. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to, but I don't want to.
No, I'm just kind of screwing around. Hey, I thought of we're talking about the AI stuff. A really interesting podcast idea, and going back to the old timers that have the power to fix it, like what's Pelosi going to learn to work Gmail and then take a C++ coding course? They can't even log into Gmail.
Okay, slow down. What's the C++?
It's a coding language.
Okay.
So if you don't know that, you're not going to know AI, and they're the ones regulating it. But a funny podcast idea. So check this out. So get a panel of AI experts, and then just average people like us. And the only rule is the conversation. Everyone has to agree that it actually could happen in our lifetime.
What's that?
It could be
What
with
could
AI,
happen?
with AI taking over, just anything with AI, just going off the rails.
Okay.
Like you said, blackmailing. Yeah, even if as long as everyone agrees, like, okay, that's crazy, but like I guess maybe it could happen. The only rule is if everyone agrees that that's actually impossible to happen in our lifetime, that's the only way the conversation gets reeled back in.
Okay.
That would be an interesting podcast. And the thing is, our generation, even people who are doing well, no criminal record, good careers, the older generation would be amazed how many are having conversations like this. They think it's just like some out there people that are doing like drugs and aren't smart. It's like, no, a lot of intellectual people are having the same conversations, and you're really underestimating how much young people care about this stuff. We're not crazy.
I agree, especially when our generation spends their time online.
Mhm.
Like we use all of this technology like habitually, like it is a part of us. Like
I
Yeah.
agree with all that. The interest in it is super valid. I mean, I'm at the point in life now where I feel like the powers that be that run the world will never truly let people get a full grasp or understanding what truly goes on behind the scenes. And we'll all be having our puppet strings pulled
I know.
unless we actually stand up to the man.
Which in America, I think Joe Rogan does some comedy about that. Like a civil, what would it take for a civil war to happen in America? Shit, we have it too good. We would give up and go play Call of Duty or watch Netflix or get a McDonald's
I know,
milkshake.
we're very comfortable.
Yeah, which is cool.
That's
like no one's gonna fight anything, and I don't blame us. I don't want to.
One part of me of getting off of social media, like I was disheartened because I would see all these memes, just like, which I would laugh, but it would just be like some serious situation, and it'd be like a meme
that matters, like somebody's expense.
But then, well, no, it'd just be like, I don't know. I'm gonna be terrible at improvising this right now, but it'd just be like of some people getting killed, or like there was like a killing or something. It's just like, yep, somebody got killed, and then you're moving on, or they're trying to like spread a message, but it's still through more humor, but it doesn't land, and you're in the process of scrolling. So it's just like, it's like, I feel like instead of actually doing something about all of this, we just choose to make memes. But I also see another side of it, a little bit of duality, and seeing like, okay, well, it's still kind of spreading a word, and maybe someone would be inspired to try to make a change.
Okay.
But overall, I felt more disheartened.
Actually, you wanna know why I feel more disheartened? Although awareness is an all-time high, I actually think it's bad for society because, I'll tell you why, humans didn't evolve to be so hyper aware of every negative thing that goes on in the world, and I think it brings negativity rather than living in there now.
Because we have an imagination. Yeah. So I can have compassion, or I can have a vicarious feeling for someone across the world that's not even going to apply to me. Yeah. And that can breed dissonance. Ashton, what is it?
It's a 1 2 2 2 1 2 1 2 2 2 2. My garage is 1 2 2.
All right, this is a 2-minute song. This is one song. I don't know if it's a good intro. I always am like concerned, but this guy, just a little bit of a disclaimer. When I heard him, I immediately went on to Spotify and I liked over 40 songs.
Okay.
on him. He's the only artist in my life that I've ever done that to, because it's just really good. But
Yeah. Okay. Who is he?
Jesse Wells.
It was Jesse Wells.
And
Is
it's
this a
not
cover?
playing
Is
for
this
some
also-
reason. Nope, it's all him.
Is it not playing?
Oh.
Oh, I can hear it. There we go.
So the blame and the shame's on you for being so damn poor. It ain't the price gouging, and it ain't the inflation.
When was this?
It ain't
A year
everyone
ago.
above you trying to make a buck from your school and the whole congregation. I had that reduced lunch. I had the benefit cards. Never occurred to me to blame my family for life being so damn hard. I should have paid attention back when I was in school. Then I could figure up the tax. How I know a lot of facts. I missed the class where they taught the rules. I was memorizing capitals. I was in the spelling bee. I must have skipped the part where they taught the art of private equity. I was selling chocolate bars.
What's that? Is he gonna play a harmonica? Is that what that is?
Yep.
I was cutting up a frog,
That's
got
badass.
lost in the fog, learning how to play recorder. If you only worked a little harder.
That's not bad.
If you worked a little harder.
Just work a little
If you
harder.
worked a little harder.
Just work a little harder.
If you worked a little harder, then you'd have a lot more. So the shame and the blame's on you for being so damn poor. It ain't the banks, and it ain't the taxes. It ain't the payday loans and high rent homes and predatory fees and practices. Wave your dumb flag, whatever it means. But you should ask yourself, when it comes to health, are the poor really all that free if you worked a little harder? If you worked a little harder. If you worked a little harder, you'd have a lot more. So the blame and the shame's on you. for being
See,
so
you know what?
damn poor.
The shame is there's so many people that are good people, man. But you're either gonna have one extreme or the other. You're gonna have the people that are just gonna protest over every little thing, and
Yeah.
it won't be constructive at all. Or you will have the complete opposite, monsters that are just manipulative and you don't know who to trust. Or you'll have people that just stay the hell out of the way. But there will be no good middle ground that gets anything accomplished.
I feel like a lot of nowadays there's a lot of public outcry and people are becoming aware of a lot of things, but the problem
Sure.
is it's misguided. And
Yeah.
it's completely unsuccessful and just a terrible way about knowing about it. Let me tell you why.
Is what? What are you talking about?
As John F. Kennedy, as John F. Kennedy said, if peaceful solutions are not possible, then violent solutions are inevitable. We are in a situation where the only way there will ever be true change amongst the oligarchs is if there is bloodshed.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Politicians can't-
and they know that, which is why I think it'll always stay
That's-
reasonable.
Well, and that's why there's, they throw out divisive things in the media to keep us distracted.
People literally argue over fucking phone.
Yeah, it is really funny because it's funny getting like falling into that trap about like gender and like who's racing in a swim meet. Like it's really funny how easy it is to get lost in that.
I actually should have told you about some interesting stuff. The gender topic and stuff. But I'm still one of those people with the mindset that if you ever want to get people's perception to change in a way where you're going to get people to conform to, what your preferences are.
Yeah.
You're never going to be able to do that by forcefully
Yeah.
making people do it. You have to change the dynamic into a culture where people just will just do it for that person on an individual level. Because if I think you look like a fucking dude, sorry, homeboy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
So
Go about my day.
I think a lot of our problem as well, which creates like an extreme division, is a lot of our screen time and our inability to actually thoroughly read and investigate or research certain information. And I think that we're all susceptible, at least I will admit, I am a skimmer in most information that is out to me. Like, I don't know if it's just like me concerning like, well, I just don't want to read. I just want to get the gist of this information.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, especially the masses, and I hate even
Part of that is we
being
don't know what's true. Sorry to interrupt. So if
Yeah.
you're going to invest, like if you knew it was true and you knew it was going to benefit your society,
Yeah.
you might not just skim.
It's true. But and a lot of people, I think they don't feel that way. Like they just see some sort of sensational, headline or thumbnail, click on it, watch it a little bit, or they watch one or two videos and they're completely immersed in this ideology and then go but they're taking one account that's cherry picked. It's not comprehensive. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the entire but and then it creates the algorithm that basically makes it either right or left or in this category or not.
Whatever just happened to looking at something and calling it what it is. So for example,
Because there's too much media out there. I mean, Dayton's streaming right now.
Yeah. And
This is his number one song, War Isn't Murder.
okay.
It's his number one song on Spotify.
If you worked a little harder,
That is
then you'd have a lot more.
that's what you just listened to.
Okay.
That's not it.
if I'm a person who's, let's say I'm a
There you go.
War isn't murder, good men don't die, children don't starve, and all women survive. War isn't murder, that's what they say, and you're fighting the devil. Murder is okay. War isn't murder, there go casualties. There ain't a veteran with a good night's sleep. Let's talk about dead people. I mean, dead people. The dead don't feel honored, they don't feel that brave, they don't feel the things, they're lucky if they got graves. Call your dead mother, ask her when she died, it's a deathly silence on the other line. The dead don't talk, but their children don't forget, so in 20 short years you can live to regret that. War isn't murder, there's money at stake, yeah, even Kushner agrees it's good at real estate. War isn't murder, ask Netanyahu, he's got a psalm for that, he's got a bomb for you. War isn't murder, it's an old desert faith, it's a nation state sanctioned righteous hate. Let's talk about dead people, I mean dead people. War is murder, it's the vengeance of God. You can't see the bodies, they don't blow when they rock. And the flies don't swarm, and the children don't cry. If war is murder, good men don't die. So in a short 20 years, we'll get vacation and strip and try not and think about the dead.
Ooh, that's pretty nice. And have a nice trip. Is that what he said?
What'd you say?
Try not to think about the dead and have a nice trip. Is
Yeah,
that what he
have a
said?
nice trip when you're on vacation. What time is it? Oh my God, it is 5:26.
Yeah, it
Holy
happens.
shit!
It does happen.
They don't ship out the pork, and the bullets they fire ain't part of the cure. War is a murder, land is a right, but the bank's called dibs. It's something you can't fight. Let's talk about
What time you going to bed?
Man, I don't sleep. You guys want to stay here? I don't know. I think it'll catch up to me in about 10 years, and I'll just sleep 20 hours a day from age 40 to 60. Y'all can stay here if you want.
Well, we're staying here, I guess.
Yeah.
We already stayed the night.
Heck yeah, come on. Yeah, when the sun comes up, I like to walk Nova, and then I usually go to bed. But it's because my sleep schedule's all fucked up. I definitely see why a lot of people hate the swing shift I work, especially when you have a family, because it eats your whole day. Like, it's in the middle of everything. But I love it because I can go grocery shopping. There's no traffic. If I want to go to the chess club,
Where do you got a chess club that you go to?
yeah, the chess club's here, so I'll just let rush hour traffic in. I'll take a little nap, and I can go
We
there.
gotta play.
It's
We
just
gotta play
perfect.
dating. We gotta play him in chess.
I'm the benchmark. Like there's levels, and there's some of the better grandmasters in the world are in St. Louis, so they would kill me blindfolded. But like, if you're much better than me and you're not like, super smart or autistic, or maybe you were a professional as a kid, you're spending too much damn time as an adult.
I would love for like you to whoop our ass.
Yeah, man, get it out-
teaching us
get it out-
all
get it out of
dating.
here. Ashton's not bad.
Be like, well, yeah,
So-
but still, but when dating was
Ash,
16,
there's a few videos of Ash on YouTube. He's not bad.
Like 6 or 7 different fucking
There's no
videos.
waiting in a pharmacy, there's no waiting for things to be filled
And
or
I'd
get
be like,
approved by
okay,
your
well, wait a
insurance.
second.
It's direct to you.
What roles
This stage of life does not
Because
mean
whenever
you
you're
lose
first
yourself.
learning
You
chess,
don't
my
have to
thing was
continue suffering
remembering
with
all
all
the
these
rules
symptoms alone. You
like
can
where
get
they
help.
go and everything.
Mhm.
The only thing that confused me ever was like the castle, like that threw me off.
Which Dayton
But-
is a good teacher at that. He'll actually break it down in a slower sense because if my brain's in overdrive and someone's explaining something in chess terms
I'm
too fast to
overdrive
me
right
and it's
now, too.
multiple moves, I'll forget or get confused.
Are you
Mhm.
sharing your screen
With
on
YouTube?
on the stream?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they just hear the audio.
Yeah, now I'm a weird person because my interest
Why?
is not entertaining so much as it is to actually get people good and prove that almost anyone can get good at chess. So I don't really interact as much as I probably should.
Oh, dude.
Um,
What led you to actually doing actually streaming and everything? Like how long have you done it?
Since COVID,
Really?
Yeah,
That was the
I
onset?
think March 2021 was technically my first stream.
Really?
Pretty sure, yeah, about that.
Well, here, what's
because you're way
But also, man, like we were talking about with the corporate stuff, I think a lot of things are wrong. I think if soldiers knew the extent of what some corporations do to piss on the American flag, they wouldn't probably love it. But at the end of the day, I just really think that there's gonna be nothing left. They don't need us. So the streaming stuff is probably the future. And if I have to be on social media, I at least want to do something intellectual.
You know what? You're
Absolute dissonance.
all these games.
I think it's putting me out there. I think I'm scared of it. Are you scared?
Scared of what?
I don't know. Just like
A chess battle? Nothing to be afraid of.
no.
I'm scared of fucking Uncle Sam. The child support. I can give a fuck about it.
creating an identity online. I don't want to feel like
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I'm a teacher, so I have to be careful
Yeah.
as well. Like
Yeah.
I can't just say
It's fascinating, right?
like,
can't
I
just say whatever you want.
Fuck. I can't.
Yeah, and
can't-
I
I can't
shouldn't.
do-
I shouldn't
you
fucking
know?
say fuck all the time.
But it's
Here we
just
fucking
like,
are, right?
but it's like, but there's a part of me that wants to because I feel the same way. It's just like it's inevitable
Mhm.
in some extent. Like
You mean
to
that you have
some
to be
extent.
on this stuff?
Yes, to some extent. Like I'm either, but I think what I've learned is if you want to make any sort of headway, you got to be a creator more than a consumer.
True.
And right now, I'm more of a consumer than anything, but also understanding that, like, hey, I don't know. I think of AJR's song. They say something like, I was going to go to college, but, I could have gone to college, but I wouldn't have if I understood that YouTube was an option.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Who
just like,
said that?
AJR. They're
Yeah, all sunshine and rainbows though.
It's like a free cult fire shit on it a lot because I'd be like, okay, people go to college, you get paid crumbs. My dad was an engineer. David's, my uncle Mike even was a school teacher.
How long did Mike teach?
I think 2 to
Not-
4 years, right?
Yeah, I think he'd something like
And
that.
that's- and-
Because he was working at U.S. Food Systems. I don't think he was teaching when I was born,
Yeah,
was he?
I think my uncle had only taught 2
And that's
3
the
years.
problem with the world. Like that's about as good of a teacher as you're gonna find, man. Like as far as caring about people, caring
Oh,
about
for
kids,
sure.
and they're
I know,
and
I
as you're
wish I
probably
would've had him.
experiencing,
My uncle was like, or he was an English or a history teacher. I think he was an
History.
English teacher, right?
maybe both,
I
but
had
I know
movie
history.
in
instead of your dad.
But
So I
there was a girl that was in his class that thought he was an amazing teacher who had.
Hey, don't. While I'm streaming, let's not. Just because my dad's a private person.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's not. I know you're being kind, but going back to what you said, like just having those conversations. You never know who doesn't want it, even if it's a compliment. But I think what you just talked about, like, what can I say? I want to have an impact, but I don't want to get fired. You worked through that problem in that sort of time. That took me like years, like going back and forth on it. And my conclusion is, for one, a lot of young people don't want to work the corporate jobs like there used to be.
Yeah,
So they'll
yeah,
have to accept. They think they're going to change us. No, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen, especially with the generation below ours, is they'll say, robots better be ready because fuck all of you. And for better or for worse, I think that will make them loosen up some. And as TikTok and all the social media stays but as it stays, I do too. But as it stays so big, it's not going away. I think
Yeah.
employers will slowly just accept this is reality and find ways to distance workers from their brand. Yeah, that's our worker. They overestimate. Oh, that our worker said something. Yeah, but they weren't wearing the logo. You didn't back them on it. They can still be a good worker and be completely opposite of your personal beliefs.
I guess it'd be
I think that's what's
like
coming.
to the extent of whatever you said.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
like you and Tyler, those are the people that are
I think
important to in what I mean is you're not going to ever convince the masses in terms of convincing people otherwise of a mainstream media narrative, but you can always find the most wise kid in the classroom who has a big voice
yeah,
and
and
change their perspective.
then my thing is like, I guess I feel some sort of intimidation of like anything that I'm interested in is already out there.
Mm.
And I don't want to compete with that. Like, I don't want that to be a chore.
Wait, was that again?
So like anything that I'm interested in is already out on, like, okay, someone has a YouTube channel about anime, someone has a YouTube channel about exercise, like anything like that, or like anything pertaining to my career.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what dwells in what I believe in my mind that keeps me hesitant or idle is it's already out there. I don't need to do it. Or they already have good information. My information won't be as good. Or it seems very insecure. I feel like,
Very human though.
thank you. I find myself a very expressive and extroverted person when it comes to, like, right now, like in person, face to face. But when I'm online, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of thinking of like what other people are going to think, or a lot of fabrication, or just like, I don't know, upholding some sort of identity or being PC or being like whatever. I don't want to hurt. Like, it's like pleasing everyone. And Ashton knows this, Dayton, a little bit more than you do, but I've expressed to him, like, when I was in high school, I would have friends that'd be like, Ashton would be like, on a Tuesday, he'd be like, hey man, you want to hang out? And I'd be like, yeah, let's hang out.
Going up
And then
on a Tuesday.
and then my buddy Adam would be like, hey, you want to hang out on Tuesday? And I'd be like, yeah. And then Schaefer, Jake would be like, you want to hang out on Tuesday? I'm like, yeah. But I'd tell them all yeah because I don't want to tell them no.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would stress about seeing all three of them on Tuesday.
Okay.
But I would eventually, like, bother one of them because I'd have to leave to go, like, I'd have to cut this short or do anything like that. But it's just like appeasing the crowd
Okay.
in some way. But I'm also not the one that's like that one of the newest Black Mirror episodes. It's just like, whatever in the comments you say you want me to do and be, I'll entertain you in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think on a very less intense or a lower level of that is sort of in my head about it. And all of those are simply excuses
Okay.
to just be vulnerable online. Like I don't want to be vulnerable online.
I guess the good news is also you don't have to. That's
But I'm okay with being vulnerable in person.
uh,
But something that's just because also it's fleeting. It fades. Like we're not
That's true.
recording this moment. So we're
Uh-huh.
just talking, we're having a conversation, and then we move on. We're not revisiting it. But online it's just like I can constantly go back and hear what you like if
Yeah,
that makes
I see what you-
sense.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
take way more
I guess
photos on my
the
phone.
saddest but most motivating thing is you realize when you get hate comments and stuff how little anyone cares. And I don't know if that should be motivating, but I guess it's a reason to not let it deter you, I guess. And we'll see what happens. Like if there's a lot more monetization features and stuff
Mm.
that come up and this really is the future, then I'd say it's cool to get going on it more. But
I think it is, but I've been like there are all the signals like even Ashton is sending me multiple messages like, bro, we just need to make a podcast. These guys are talking about like sucking dicks and shit. And they have like millions of views.
and
Like,
that's a motive too. That's a motive too. And something that keeps me somewhat optimistic about the future in spite of all the bullshit is the same reason that I don't worry about losing my job. Like, yeah, what if I do? But what if a robot takes it anyway? And the real interesting thought is I will always have a chance to speak. Like at least in America, people bitch about America is it's a lot better than elsewhere. And in part because we'll always have a chance to speak. Like if I go to my employer tomorrow, I of course don't promote this. But if they see something, they say, you said fuck. I'm like, it's adult entertainment. A lot of people say fuck. The guest would probably laugh. I'm not going to show them because it's his business. I'm being a professional.
Yeah.
But I will at least get a chance to state my case, to say why I think what I do. You know, if they don't like something I said, they'll have to show me what I said. And I'll say it out of context, or I'll say, would you like me to delete it? But I will get a chance. If I show up rested, I don't worry to defend myself.
Yeah.
You know, now in teaching, it's probably different, but that's probably the right attitude to take is most people don't care as much. Some employers might subscribe, some coworkers might subscribe, or bosses might say, hey, it's pretty cool. You can sing, you know, or my kids learning chess. Would you like to teach them? We don't agree with everything you believe about the world, but we see your perspective as a young person. Those worries are valid. And so just try to keep our work out of it. And I try to do that.
with that Ashton. And my thing is that I guess it's like choosing the level of controversy. So if it's something like chess,
Mhm.
who's gonna say like
Yeah.
what parent, what other coworker, colleague, what admin, what boss is gonna get on your ass
Yeah.
for teaching people how to play chess better?
Yeah. I mean, I
But
say
if
some
I'm sitting
shit
here
too.
talking
But
about what?
I say some shit, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But if I'm sitting here talking about how I don't like Trump,
Ooh.
or if we're going old school right here, or if I say something about religion,
Which I do.
but it's just like okay,
It's a different category.
and it's a different guy. So, but that's also my thing is just like, getting on there. It's just like I have to curb and filter
Who you are and what you think.
and I don't like that. Like I like to sit here with whatever topic comes up, and hopefully my company, hopefully I choose my company well enough that it's just like, okay, Ashton's not going to care even if he disagrees. I think we were talking in my house and he didn't completely disagree or agree with everything that I said, I'm sure. And then just like about the belief and like what we're talking about with like the subconscious, and and it's just like, but we just carry on, we just move on, we just talk and share our ideas.
Mhm.
So whenever, and I hate that it's all based off of where you live too. So whenever I was substitute teaching in Chillicothe, I would always substitute like third grade, almost sixth grade. And there was it was like a 2 or 3 day period where they kept at the end of the school day, whatever class I was substituting. They would come in and they would drop off many Bibles, like King James Bibles, and all these little kids, and then they would be inviting them to go to a church service at the end of the day. And I remember whenever I saw that, I ended up saying something to an administrator where I was like, I said, I don't really care because it's whatever, but I said, in a public school system that receives federal dollars, I said, why is there any form of pushing religion on kids at school.
I would agree with
They're
that.
not being asked if they want a Bible put on their desk. They're all being forced to
And
take this Bible here. Like, I thought it was retarded. It's like people just
So-
learn.
the Neville Goddard that I was telling you about, Ashton, and why I wish, like, I would habitually see him weekly if he was my preacher, because he says he's just like, the Bible is a psychological drama, and when you view it through that perspective and understand it through that way, then everything's gonna be okay. But what he does is he like uses some sort of philosophy and psychology, and then pulls excerpts from the Bible.
So it uses
And then- and then
parables
applies-
and allegory
Yes,
for
and
a
then,
positive.
and then he's like, this is what this means, and this is why this is what this means. And I'm just like,
Who is this now?
Neville Goddard.
But here's my
early,
thing, my
20th century, early night, like 19 to 1950-ish.
which I actually have a lot of interest in these topics talking about it, like, because I don't ever hate on people or religion, but my thing is, it's like, why would
again?
why, huh?
Can I hear your phone again? I'm listening.
Yeah, why would a person of that intellect even take the time to even give any credit to a piece of literature that is that old and then proclaim, oh, I'm taking all this I'm taking all the positive things out of this, and this is all great and stuff, but rather
When it benefits me.
recognizing that we've evolved to a point where humans don't need an old ancient book to realize what's moral.
Well, in fact, I think when you hand them a book that tells them what's moral, they might be better during easy times, but you never had to work to develop why you treat people a certain way, why ethic, or what your ethical viewpoints are. You just handed a book. So when shit gets hard, human nature is going to take over. That's my problem with it.
So this is the first sentence.
Mm-hmm.
The world and all within it. I read this to Ashton earlier. The world and all within it is man's conditioned consciousness objectified.
It's man's conditioned
Consciousness objectified.
consciousness.
Yes.
Okay.
That's weird.
Conditioned. So
conditioned
see, but conditioned and
conscious-
those seem to counteract each other, though, don't they? Conditioned, but consciousness is something that we just have. So
And-
conditioned is something that is
So
formed.
he talks about the consciousness as being a filter for the subconscious because we have choice.
Right.
But when you're younger, you don't really, because you're not aware, you don't know really how to choose, and things just get put upon you by, parental teaching or other
fair.
outside influences. But what he gets to right here is essentially like whatever your beliefs are is
Mhm.
going to sculpt
But
or shape your perspective.
which I do
Add on.
But yeah, I do agree with you. But don't you think too that there are some things that, although you're not actually being so, there's a lot of things in life you're not actually taught to feel, but it feels wrong.
Yes, and Don Miguel
That makes sense.
Ruiz, of the author of the Four Agreements, says that a sin is going against yourself, which is going against that. So when you feel something is wrong, but you still choose that wrong, say for social desirability or whatever it is, but when you go against yourself is a sin. And I fully fucking agree with that.
And the other thing I-
Whatever you innately feel is wrong is a sin.
But another thing that I've always had, this is my thing where I've been able to square this, is everything in life deserves a nuanced and a deeper way of thinking about something. So you take a kid who grew up in poverty, who grew up in a traumatic environment where
Yeah.
they're conditioned to just all the relationships are just trauma bonded to somebody. They
Yeah.
might end up doing something that might seem irreprehensible to your average person, but if you had no say in the way that you were conditioned and how you were grown up, and you weren't asked to be put into this world, like what
Yeah,
what
you're carving a
so,
belief,
well,
though.
again, like what good does a doctrine do if it were so holy and so perfect? Wouldn't it reach someone like that? Because how is it that fucking kid's fault that they're born into a
I think that's the
Not
whole
perfect
free
world.
will argument, though. Like, when he released everything, he has no longer has control. It's just all just like chaos. Like it just unfolds in a way.
And that's where
No,
I
that's
think
not right.
religion. I believe in religion in the sense that humans made
Can I
it
use your
to.
phone again?
Humans made it to. Try
Wait,
to
were you using mine? Or you were using Ashton's?
There's
See the
an
correct- the
awesome
correct-
quote from Vinland Saga. It's an anime. That's, I think, a really neat idea. That this guy talks about how, like,
You know the people I love most, Dayton? Like, so for me, are the religious people that know a lot about theology, but then they honestly really think when they're presenting something that they're schooling an atheist, where you're going,
Do you classify yourself as atheist?
he's
agnostic.
I was gonna
Agnostic
say
atheist.
he's more like
And the only reason I would say that is because I don't want to be so firm in my beliefs. Like, so religious people are so firm that God
Some.
exists. I don't want to be overly
How
firm that
do
God
I,
doesn't exist because I can't disprove a negative.
yeah. How do I? Wait, I can't play.
Well, and this is not an argument for or against religion, but it doesn't help that at least in the well, honestly, even more so in Northwest Arkansas, you got a bunch of corporate, so and they're not bad people, they're not bad dads and stuff, but they're pretty slimy in a lot of ways, and they can't just run their business. They got to quote their Bible verses. They got to say, "Here's how Jesus led." And I want to tie that to my business. I'm like, you got to do what it takes in business, in corporate. You got to report to stockholders, and some of the shittiest people that I've met. Not true of all religious people. You know, they sit in the front row on Sundays. They'll ruin someone's life on Monday. And they are just the shittiest, most judgmental, most hateful, least likely to help people on this planet.
Yeah, no twist, whatever.
No.
They'll use whatever Bible verse they need to justify
Yep.
it.
To get a little bit more influence, a little bit more money.
When I grew up too, Dayton,
Are we
by the time I was 19 years old, my dad said he was worried that I was going to be an atheist because I
Okay.
would always go, "Why? How?" And then they'd always go, "Because God works in mysterious ways." Well, that's not a fucking answer, is it?
To answer your questions, you mean?
Yeah, like God works in mysterious ways.
A part of me thinks,
Sometimes.
okay, so this is a slight perspective. I'm trying to watch this, you know, so speak. I think that the subconscious or the unconscious is fascinating to me because I'm breathing without thinking about it. My blood is circulating without thinking about it. I'm digesting without thinking about it. And that is a crazy fucking power. That is involuntary, that is happening autonomously. Like it's just happening. So my thing is without, because I'm more in your category than not.
Mm-hmm.
But if I sit back and think about that happening, that occurrence, it's just like, okay, that is fucking fascinating. And that happens in a lot of creatures. And what sort of intelligence is that? Because I'm on the other end of it. I like me just moving my body and making choices like that is fascinating. And that is happening.
But let's say you took all that time that you're thinking about that and you're living that in your subconscious. Let's say you took away all that time and you were doing something else. Would that be more productive to your advancement as a human being?
Well, I'm not thinking of, I forgot it. I'm just thinking of if that is a reality, then there is a chance, if that is true, that is fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That you're sitting here, you don't have to worry about breathing, you don't have to worry about any of that. It's just happening.
Mm-hmm.
And that is some sort of intelligence in your body that is keeping that alive and keeping that going.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is a reality, I could see that there's a possible reality outside of that. If not, that is some form of deity or it's divinity, or that is divine.
Yes, but you know where my mind goes to that is it goes to this. If we we are organisms that are capable of doing all the things that we've done, and we've already had pretty, I mean, it's proven that there is probably extraterrestrials.
There are.
Yes, they can do things that we
They
can't
released it in the news that one time when they tried to distract us.
And so it's like,
What is that? Oh, the
They,
talking about extraterrestrials.
Right before or during COVID or right after COVID, it was like right around that time. They're like, yeah, UFOs are real. And it was like 2 or 3 days, and then they stopped talking about it.
Yeah, ignore the lockdowns, ignore the chaos.
to me though, it's like, don't you think it is even silly to even contemplate about the idea that there could be a God simply due to the fact that there are organisms that are that much more advanced than us? What's the narrative they believe?
I don't know.
What do they know?
I don't know.
Is what I want to know. Because, I mean, really think about it. Like, it's like,
I don't know. There is some sort. I do believe that there is some sort of intelligence, whether it be like with nature, keeping everything. Like there is something invisible, but not like But it's not like the Catholic and the Lutheran God. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like what we learned in Sunday school. It's not like a guy with a white beard up there.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that at all. I think it's either more simple or not, but I think it's with us at all times, but I don't think that it's actively trying to control things. I really don't.
Do you think that it could, if it chose to, for some weird reason?
I think so, and I think there's merits in the freedom of choice, and that's what's fascinating. Tyler McConnell sent me a CIA document. He said, "Oh, let me share this with you before you go off on that thought." So Tyler McConnell shared a CIA document that I thought was fascinating. That they were like studying Jesus, which is crazy, and they were saying the reason that the church went after Jesus was because in a CIA document, by the way, which is still mind-boggling, that they were looking into Jesus and they're like, they stopped Jesus because they didn't want to teach. They didn't want him to go around and teach everybody how to manifest.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was going around teaching people how to fucking manifest.
Uh-oh.
And he was going around and saying, like, if you believe it, it will fucking happen.
don't you think?
But you got to genuinely, and that's the whole faith thing. And that's what I believe, like, because there is a part of me that's just like, I just don't feel it. And this is why I think of like Alan Watts of like, if everybody believed hardcore about Jesus, they'd be out in the streets being like, fucking Jesus Christ. Like they would really believe it. They would really feel it. And my thing is like, for anything in life, if you really believe it, you act on it. You're not idle with it, regardless of like me using my body or me speaking about it. Like there's some sort of belief that follows that like, and I think that's some sort of truth in this world. There is some sort of truth right there in this world.
Get that, but I also see from the normal side of humanity where it's like,
Do you have ibuprofen?
or
Probably. Yeah, let me look. I'll look in about 4 minutes.
What'd you say?
I'll get it in about 4 minutes. I
thank
think it's my racquetball bag, maybe.
Okay.
I see how
What hurt? What is it? What,
I got a little bit of it. I think it's for me staying up so late.
headache. I got you.
like to me it's also like
Oh, thank you.
see why
I was gonna say I got biofreeze, but that's not gonna help the headache.
wipe out Jesus too, because it's like yeah, well, who is this fucking guy proclaiming that he knows through his intuition that
Yeah.
he feels this way?
Well, and it's funny, like there are so many things that show you that the atrophy, memory, muscle, whatever. If you don't use it, you lose it. There's a lot of platitudes that actually apply.
But don't you think
But-
Jesus got his name and was more known because he actually rallied and stood up for the poor,
Yeah.
the common man?
Well,
more than
and
like
the Lord's Prayer doesn't say forgive us our sins; it says forgive us our
Well, yeah, these
debts,
people didn't even. They couldn't.
which
even,
is crazy. Forgive us our debts.
these people didn't
That's
wipe-
nuts.
They didn't wipe
Money.
They were retards back then. Do you think they were fucking looking at Jesus' words as philosophical, deep? They were just like, "Where's my next fucking bowl of water?" They were retards back then.
So the book, so what I found, so going like the use it, you lose it. Like I had a minor in
Kill this
religion, just given date and background. I know Ashton knows that.
Are you a minor in religion?
Yeah, but
Where'd you go to school?
use it, SAMU.
To me, it's like,
Okay,
okay.
humans are nowadays. How could
But-
someone back then fathom?
But I will say I'm nowhere near an expert. There's a couple things that stick out to me. I've looked independently into some things, but I don't have like with that credential. Saying that out loud doesn't mean that I know a lot. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, the book of Thomas is fascinating to me. Same with the book of Enoch, but the book of Thomas, there are accounts of Jesus killing when he's a kid, and that's just mind-boggling to me. Because I think it was roughly 300 AD that they finalized what was going into the Bible, and then they like had all their different, translations or interpretations, whatever. But the book of Thomas, talking about like Jesus is like 5 years old and he's in a brook, a creek, and a kid fucking comes up with a twig and just shakes it in the water, and he's just like, "You'll wither like a tree," and the kid shrivels up and dies because Jesus doesn't know his power. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm
Sounds
having
Old Testament-y.
I'm in like a religious school, like Central Methodist University. Like, and he's just like, I thought it was awesome that my teacher, who was also my advisor, was teaching me this. And then he's like, about 10, when Jesus is like 10, 11, 12, something like that. A kid is running through town and fucking bumps him. And Jesus says, "You will not finish your course." And the kid drops dead. And it's just
damn.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore.
Well, for me,
And they're
is that not?
So what because they chose, but so what I'm getting at is that I think regardless of the truth in the matter is that, okay, if I'm looking at it from a more like, I want to learn something, a parable is that Jesus grew up and learned and was human
Mm-hmm.
and didn't understand and had to learn and mature and then foster some sort of guidance for everybody else. If that's how we're going to look at it. And I think that's what that primarily taught.
But do you know if it was actually taught, and whenever you're talking about those stories, was it bestowed upon him from God to commit those acts, or was that him
No, it was just him.
acting out of his own?
From what I remember, it was just him. It was just him being impulsive, being a child, being a human, being like, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
For fucking with me, fuck you. And then, a sort of misuse of her power. But I'm also interpreting, also just taking it as a parable. So, Ashton, you wrong me, and I'm cursing you. Is in the same way, you might not die, but I am speaking in a curse to kill you.
Yeah.
Is in a way that's just like, that is wrong.
Yeah.
And at least from what my professor taught me, it was just like, there was some sort of parable of showing that like Jesus was in the wrong.
But don't you think that stories like that
probably.
kind of further prove the clear misdirection from the Old Testament to the New?
1, 2, 2,
1, 2.
1, 2. That's
Yeah.
it.
So for me,
It didn't work. There's still one more.
the thing that drives me most crazy about the Bible is a lot of Christians, they seem to like to ignore the Old Testament.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like the New Testament apparently.
Like, to me, it's like it's fucking front on all that shit. Quote it all, man. Like stone gaze on their fucking
Walgreens
Bible.
is very, very Walgreens.
Uh,
Walgreens is literally like a less than
I don't want to buy any. Ashton's my pimp tonight. I'm broke until my next paycheck.
I got bids. You're trying to just go.
Oh no, I'm okay. Thank you though.
No, I'm not a Benadryl guy.
It's funny. I'll do the thing up your nose, but I won't stick Benadryl.
I mean, actually, this thing drives me crazy. Is people like on my wife's side of her family that judge me. I'm like thinking, like, I'm trying to say some bullshit about something that she made to Maya when she was 8. When Maya was 8 years old.
That's a C.
Where
I guess I don't have any. Shit. That's okay.
Maya said, Ashton said that if people who believe in God are dumb. And then I remember I said, I even spoke further about it, and I talked about Rebecca, David.
What's that?
So Maya told her grandma that when she was 8 years old, now she's freaking almost 16. So people who believe in God. What she left out was I was talking also about fundamentalism, and I gave her an example. I said, so I have a cousin named Rebecca, and I said she's a lesbian.
I'm streaming.
Said, like, religion made people in my family feel so uncomfortable and weird around me that it made people judge her.
Mm-hmm.
If religion does that to you, you're born for believing in it. And then, dude, I had this big old thing blow up like from my mother-in-law telling me that was evil and that was childish. And that too. And I was like, dude, people are crazy. And you know what's funny too? Is I ended up telling Maya, I said, you know, I probably could have been more gracious with my words when you were younger. But I said to her in the bar, I said, can you guys, either of you, can you name 5 books in the Old or New Testament? And they were like, silent. And I said, man, it is always people who seem to get the most offended by it. But theology are the people who actually know nothing about what they're talking about or what they're learning. Like,
Sometimes.
it seems to be the people
Yeah.
I see that get
Yeah, my favorite people now that I'm older are like I don't think they have evidence, but they really have tried to see all sides. They've interviewed atheists, they've read atheist books, and they've come to the conclusion that there is a Jesus and he died on the cross. I think they're probably mistaken. I don't really care to argue it, but they tend to be the people I get along with the best.
I think he was a person.
No, definitely he's a person. History would show he's a person. There's no way to debate
There's
that.
just so many writings on it. But
It's absolutely a
there's
person.
writings about all sorts of.
And he probably died on the cross.
Well, I mean, and even before Jesus, the story of Jesus came about. You know how many stories of prophets there were?
Yeah.
There were, thousands.
Well, I think
Stories of prophets.
That's the like zeitgeist. I remember the first one that Sean showed me that, and he was just like,
oh, the Zeitgeist movie. You watched that?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ready for that when I watched it. How old were you?
Yeah, I was 14 or 15.
Yeah, I was a little bit older. I was a little bit older.
It blew my
Yeah,
fucking
that's
mind.
a college movie.
That
really is.
And Sean showed me that, and it was just like it showed over 200 people that had the same, like what you're just saying, Ashton, that had like died and rose again in 3 days.
Yeah, it's wild. It is wild.
Had 12 disciples, had this, and it was just like, I'm just like it didn't even go
Was
through.
anointed in gold.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then that was also, so there were 3 subjects on that zeitgeist, and it
Mhm.
was about religion, about Jesus, and then about 9/11.
Okay.
And that made me think that 9/11 was an inside job.
Yeah. Well, dude, and that's the thing that has pissed me off the most. And actually, I find it funny too because my mother-in-law thought that it would be the thing that just made me reopen my eyes. And I
Tell me her name again.
Ampara.
Ampara.
But I told her because she was trying to like dog me for something I said in mine when she was 8 years old. I said I was talking about religious fundamentalism. I talked about if religion makes you do this, then you're dumb. And so I told her that Ashton said I believe in God and dumb. And then I went, yeah, for one, I didn't even say that. And then and this is what I told her. I said, I go, the fact that this many years later you're believing trying to recognize this and trying to make me seem like a bad person because that's what I believe. I go, that's why I don't believe in God and I don't like religion. Like, my mother is very religious, but like, you see fucking atheists crying. Like, if someone went up to me and said, you not believing in anything is absurd. You think I would fucking cry about it? I'd go, okay, suck my nuts. Or I'd just be like, whatever. I'm gonna go about my life now.
Okay, I can't really find the video.
What was
I
this
think this
there?
is like it, but a priest in this anime that I've watched, a very good anime called Vinland Saga, has like a cool little theory about God, and he says basically like, okay, you know, everyone knows kind of the creation story, the like Adam and Eve story.
Mhm.
But he says after that, God basically put a plague on us, as in like we can't remember who we are and our love for God, and that God loved us and took care of us. So basically, it was a curse of forgetting. So you had to like build your own way of like having faith and building a relationship with God. But basically, the thing of like generations after Adam and Eve were they will not remember and forget what God's love
But
was,
see, to me, my mind goes
and
to
it passes on and on.
But my mind goes to this, like, what fucking fun and game is what does God get out of doing a retarded
Alright,
thing like that?
one,
You know,
2, 1, 2, 1.
1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. 1,
Kill you.
2, 2, 1, 2. Check.
Dude, it's like making me fucking dyslexic.
It put in my face.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to your face.
It's the 1,220. Actually, 12,000.
You're dead.
Yeah, I get a lot of inspiration and forthcoming love, motivation, either from there's some sort of like sports psychology or just like some motivational video that derives from that. Or I watch anime because it embodies a bunch of that.
Mm-hmm.
Is anime pretty intellectual? There's a lot of intellectual
I
anime.
believe so, and spiritual. So Goku, and you've probably heard of Goku, right? Dave?
Talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Dragon Ball Z.
So in Dragon Ball Super, I didn't realize this until I was at SIUE, which, just side note, Ashton was the one. SIUE. He sent me one thing one day. I think you
When I
did
was
here.
talking to you, I think it was a Jeff's or were we there?
No, it was a year after that.
One I remember too, just for the things that because you know me, I'm spitting
Yeah.
sports goof. Sports psychology was starting to become more
Yeah,
popular.
yeah, and you're just like, I think this would be good, and I immediately applied. But I was riding a stationary bike, and I was reading the Tao Te Ching, and I was just like, oh my God, that's Ultra Instinct. Like I was reading the Tao, and it was just talking about do without doing. So it was just like full-blown focus and all-out effort, but it is effortless. And it is like doing without thinking. It's like thinking and doing simultaneously. It's like aiming and shooting at the same time. When you aim and release those at the same time, it's also called Wu Wei. But that is Goku's ultimate form right now. It's called Ultra Instinct. So he doesn't think about anything. But it blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, that's Ultra Instinct. But it made me fall in love. Another anime is Demon Slayer, and it's like called Total Concentration of Breathing, and so they derive a lot of their strength and power from breathing techniques. They're all breathing techniques, but it embodies an Eastern philosophy or Eastern spirituality. But it to me, like, it is highly motivating. Like, it gets me up. It, especially like, even when I don't know what it is, but it's just like, they are influential to me, and I don't give a shit if they're drawn. if they're animated. Like it is an inspiration to me, and it's been like that since I've been 8-9 years old.
You know what I was gonna say to you, I think you're all in on that shit. I don't see why you haven't like gotten a list of references. Like my dad, someone who's been an AD for as long as he's been a coach, like Coach Shu. Even my uncle Mike would do it. Like your college track coaches, all these different people.
Yeah.
If I were you, dude, I would be trying to look at internships for like minor league baseball teams.
I know.
All sorts
that
of
was
different-
that was my original plan.
Has
was okay, so I'll give you a little insight. So to be a sports psychology consultant, I need 400 apprentice or mentoring hours. I have to pay for those. For the most part, there's a website that has like I can search for mentors in the area. So in Missouri / Illinois, they're only in Kansas City, St. Louis, or Chicago. Essentially, there's one in Edwardsville. So I've thought about this. They're at minimum $100 a fucking hour that I would have to pay 400. So I would have to pay $40,000.
You own your house right now, or is it?
No, that's a rental. But I'm in the debt to income ratio. Even though I'm making a very good amount at Collinsville, I'm still $70,000 in debt.
Like
Ashton, it's going to be a lateral move. Dayton, am I distracting you?
no. I'm usually talking and telling jokes, so it's way worse, like a million times worse. Please
Okay,
keep keep talking. It's
Okay.
like white noise while I'm trying to sleep. It's
Okay,
beautiful.
cool.
I appreciate it,
Okay.
guys.
I didn't want to distract you.
Too late.
But the
5 years too
debt-to-income
late.
ratio won't allow me to own Ashton. At least I'm gonna have to get like Mark, not my dad or my mom, to co-sign.
That's what I'm saying. You should probably do.
Yeah, but my thing is, I'm at a crossroads. Do I want to keep teaching? Like Ashton got offered to me, but okay. Let me give you more context about the sports psychology consultant. So there's a guy in St. Louis that I saw on that website where you can look up the people that actually give, like, you get your mentor hours from. And a guy, I don't know if I'm like nervous. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little intimidated, and I don't want to be overwhelmed since I'm in track season right now. But he's giving away
Stick to the
free
better
hours, free. But he's gonna give me clients is the thing, and I'm just like, for some reason I'm nervous about it. Like nervous enough, like I'm having anxiety about it, which I don't like, because when I'm in front of my students, or when I go to school, or when I talk to colleagues, or when I'm talking to you guys, whatever, I'm very confident. But for some reason, this change and whatever is contributing to me hesitating or being idle, not being indecisive on this, it's just not beneficial.
Let me tell you this.
But financially, it's a lateral move, Ashton, and that's what sucks. Is actually it might be less than lateral. It might be below, and that's what sucks. It's like, okay, say I do this guy. I do this guy. Say I do this these mentoring for 400 hours, but it's free for 400 hours, and that's just like maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's time taken away from my coaching craft. That's time taken away from. I mean, track is January till the end. It's all second semester because we have indoor season. So it's like balancing that. I know I can do it, but there is some sort of like something within me that feels like a little bitch that doesn't want to sacrifice. And I think this might be the reason why I don't have a wife and kids right now, because of the law of attraction. But there is some sort of belief in me right now that I want to give up that free time. I don't want to give up my free time of sitting on my ass. I don't want to give up my free time of my 4 hours a night before I go to bed of not doing anything.
Isn't it nice?
It's nice. Like, I really like it, but also I want to have some sex.
But what
I-
what recognition do you get for like track? Like if people succeed, do you get the due that you deserve in your opinion, or does someone else get more?
Well, and that's another concern that I'm having is because I'm no longer the head coach. I was the head coach in Salem for 3 years, but I also, be careful what you wish for. When I started leaving, when I was in the process of about to leave, I was like, I can just be an assistant and I'll be all right. I can just, and that's what I am. Even though I applied for both head coach for cross country and track. But they obviously gave it to the person that's been there this is going into his 19th year.
You know what I would do?
And
I would tell you this, but just me.
but I'm a cog, Ashton, in a way that I don't want to be a cog. I don't have as much freedom. I'm getting more accustomed to how things are, but overall, the sense of satisfaction and especially financial satisfaction, I'm just not there. I have got to make 6 figures, and I don't want to wait until I'm 18 to 20 years into education to net it, to not like.
Also, you don't have to. You don't have
I know, but Ashton. So what I'm telling you is, I am so stubborn right now into like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I have to, Ashton. I have to coach these.
I'm gonna end up
kids
2300
because
in rapid
I
without
made
much
a
trouble.
pact with my word. I gotta coach these kids. I gotta do that. I don't want to let them down. And like that is a real.
Good for
thing.
you. That's
But
awesome.
With my colleagues, I don't give a shit. I don't get along with them like I'm getting along with
I'm
you.
streaming.
What's up?
I'm streaming. I mean, I don't care, but if you
Oh,
care, I'm
I say
streaming.
something bad?
I'm streaming. There we go. There we
Did
go.
you say something? I'm
There we
sorry.
go. No, it's not. No, I just let you know I'm streaming. I'm about to turn it off though because I just got a new peak. Let's go. I just need that conversation, so I'm not talking and distracting myself. It was great. You guys want to go to Waffle House? You hungry?
Jesus Christ.
This is Waffle House. This is prime Waffle House time, guys. It's 6:19.
I'm going with the flow, but I'm gonna be
Up to you guys. If not, we can get you guys. If you want to get some rest, that's cool too. I'm gonna walk Nova when the sun comes up, and then I'll probably go to bed. But I'm cool with Waffle House.
I'm up, man.
Which is
Yeah, me too.
I can't believe Ashton, you got
Boom.
Yeah.
No shit.
I know, and it's
2150,
crazy
damn it, let's
because
go.
I think that like I literally left where I left Salem where I had peak of that action. Like I'm talking like the epitome. Yeah. And I'm gonna say, I'll just say this.
It's better than a
just for
wife.
the record.
That's better than a wife. better than
I'll
a
say
wife.
this for the record. So we won.
Is that better than a wife and kids?
3 years in a row.
Probably not. It's better than a wife. And women are beautiful.
The year I left,
It's better than a wife.
they lost by 7 points. And they got second by 7 points. I'm like, I didn't want.
Did Derek put this in?
High, low, and it was nice to know you.
Yeah.
And I can go from high to cold.
I haven't slept in over a day. Well, about a day. Just running off Pepsi right now, but I'm only 30 years old, so my body's still pretty healthy. We'll see what happens to me in the long run. Dayton, you're going to fall apart. You're going to fall apart. We'll see. We'll see. B minor with the C sharp in the root? How do you want me to do that? What is that? Oh yeah, I'm in B flat. It's just a B minor.
You're an alien. Your touch so foreign. Supernatural. Extraterrestrial. Take me, take me. Fill me with your poison, ready for abduction. You're so hypnotizing.
Um, I want my root on the 4th fret. Nah, man. B minor with C sharp in the root. It's the best way to play that shit on guitar. Damn it. First inversion. Okay, just figure it out yourself. So B minor, B, C, C sharp, D, B, D, and F sharp. B, D, and F sharp. There is no C sharp, so it wouldn't be an inversion, right? The first inversion B minor chord. What are you talking about? B. That's not true. Oh, okay. So I just, it's logical. Index finger hits the 4th fret, A string. Do I hit all of them? Can I do that? How about that? Damn it.
Take me, take me.
My finger might not want to do that initially because I don't play that very often. So we're going to go. I don't like it.
You're an alien. Your touch so foreign. hypnotizing. Could you be the devil? Could you be an angel? Your touch magnetizing. Feels like I am floating. Leave my body glowing. Hey, say you're not like the others. Futuristic lovers. Different DNA. They don't understand you. From a whole other world.
Oh yeah.
From a whole other world, a different dimension. You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Different dimension. And I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Kiss me, kiss me, infect me with your love and fill me with your poison. Take me, take me. I wanna be your victim, ready for abduction. Boy, boy, you're an alien. Your touch so far away, it's supernatural. Extraterrestrial. You're so supersonic. Wanna feel your powers. Stun me with your lasers. Your kiss is cosmic. Every move is magic, yeah. You're from a whole nother world, a different dimension. You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Kiss me, kiss me, infect me with your love and fill me with your poison. Take me, take me. I wanna be your victim, ready for abduction. You're an alien. You're an alien. You're an alien. Your touch so foreign. It's supernatural. Extraterrestrial. There's this transcendent. You're my lucky star. You are risking all. Kiss me, kiss me, infect me with your love and fill me with your poison. Take me. It's supernatural, extraterrestrial. And I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light.
Beautiful. Pretty song. All right, 2150. Closing on my goal 2200. I'm not gonna have much problem. It's just very low level play. This is 1500 over the board. Maybe slightly higher. It's no good. It's hard for me to say because I don't play this short of time control over the board, so I don't really know how the athletes at my level or slightly above would play if the time control were condensed. Divide the time control, I'd play a lot by at least 3.
But also, you can feel my awkwardness. Who in our coaching staff in football was a bad pregame speaker?
Derek, you want to kill this Boston one more time before I turn it off and play a song, and then I'm turning off my laptop. All right, good.
Yes, because it seemed forced, right? Because you feel it. That's the vibration.
An English major, but not very articulate. My dad was always really good at speeches.
Oh shit. Oh, I fucked up.
Essentially, I had a beer. carry all your thoughts across an open field.
Walking.
The flowers gaze at
Even if we
you.
just go and sit.
You're not the only one crying
Crying
when they see you.
I'm sleeping all day Sunday, so I'm good.
Sunday.
Well, you guys stay or leave. I'm sleeping all day Sunday.
Yeah, my dad.
It's a pretty nice walk on the Missouri River. It's just cold as shit
Mhm.
right now. It's a beautiful walk, though. You ever walk up and down there? I guess you don't come this way.
I don't know, it's not very often.
No, it's really nice. There's a little world. I think it's World War II. There's a little tribute. So there's a lot of lights, and it's very like pretty looking over the river.
Okay.
And then the rest of it's just the Katy Trail. So there's pull-up bar. There's all kinds of just really just neatly paved, beautiful walkways. But it's I don't know if we want to do that. It's just way too damn cold. I gotta go play some craps too. If you guys want to play some craps, I gotta go. I'm gonna get tested on that in like 3 weeks. So that's our options: Waffle House, casino, and we can just walk around the casino if you want, or we can walk up and down the Missouri River.
Okay. I could probably tolerate cold for a few minutes, and then I might regret my decision for tolerating it.
How about let me take my dog out, and then we'll go walk to the casino. And if it's just cold as shit to the point it's not even a pleasant walk, we'll just hang out there for a little bit.
All right.
So let me go walk Nova.
You on your dog walk.
You can walk with me, yeah. We're just gonna go around the block.
So hypnotizing. Could you be the devil?
Yeah, your dad does that.
Manger, you're so magnetizing. Cause I got you floating. Is my body.
My favorite.
D flat major with Neptune.
I agree with you. Your dad. There are some individuals that speak often.
D flat with
They
now.
do speak as powerful. And that's one thing that I also weigh, and I think it's also from trying to
Kiss me.
There's a chance of desensitization. There's a chance it's not as impactful. And I think I'm and I think that is why.
Sonic, wanna feel your power, stun me with your laser. Your kiss is cosmic. Into the night, me.
is just like cross country kids are very strong. That sort of population.
What is the
Like,
rap?
yeah,
This is a rap.
they're like, you know, more introverted, but they are focused. But I told them that every single decision that you make is a vote to be a better runner or not. It's always a vote. Whatever you're doing, whatever choices that you make is either gonna benefit or hinder you being a better runner or not. So that comes to people you hang out with. That comes because they can be an influence in some sort of direction. That comes to the food that you eat.
boy out of
That comes to
Mars,
the rest that you
where they
take.
driving
That
spaceships
comes
instead
to
of
the
cars.
media that you're
Couple
consuming.
ton of spacesuit
That
up at the
comes to-
stars.
it's all
Getting
of it.
stupid
It's
high
like
straight up
all
at the
in
jars.
same.
Pockets on Shrek, rockets on deck. Tell me what's next. Ellie and sex. I remember that. I'm gonna disrobe you, then I'm a probe. You see, I abducted you, so I'll tell you what to do. Be careful with
Yeah,
that.
but that's why I
Go to
created
prison.
more. I don't know much of the
Tell you what to do,
biology
what to
of
do,
a
what
lot
to
of
do,
that.
what
That's
to
the
do.
thing, is that I was just like,
Kiss
I'll
me,
tap out of
kiss
that
me.
and learn to just move people's quarters a lot.
infect me with your love and fill me with your poison. Take me, take me. I wanna be your victim, ready for abduction. You're an alien. Your touch so foreign. It's supernatural, extraterrestrial.
I'll be at 2200 soon. I'm trying to stream a healthy amount. Will also be best for my chest improvement. A lot of men die for freedom of speech. If this video gets to my generation, I'm 30 years old, and Gen Z, be smart about it, but we could all be canned anyway. And to employers and older people, try to separate your brand from workers because social media is here. It's very hard times, a lot of uncertainty after COVID. And someone can have an opinion or even out their thoughts. You'd be amazed how many people might agree. And that might be one of your best workers. So don't just write people off as toxic or acknowledging a lot of the dilemmas facing humanity right now. Okay. And play some chess because chess is happy. For a war where the goal is to crush the opponent's mind, chess is a very happy endeavor.